The middle-aged man sneered. He's planning to set up his own city. He changed the dual river city of Han Liang Empire to Mou City. He's focusing on building it now. He will probably go back to it after the tournament. We just need to wait there or on the path to it. The middle-aged man sneered. He's planning to set up his own city. He changed the dual river city of Han Liang Empire to Mou City. He's focusing on building it now. He will probably go back to it after the tournament. We just need to wait there or on the path to it. Han Liang Empire? The empire that gave the Lon Rock fire to Green Pill sect? An elder asked. The middle-aged man nodded. That's right, because of that the Green Pill sect gave 2 spots to the Truthfall Palace to them. Yi Mo took one, but I was there when Truthfall Palace opened. He didn't seem to be there. I understand. The elder suddenly realized and said, Infinity Sect's Yuan Guanan also disappeared in there. He was probably killed, and this Yi Mo is hiding from that as well. He quite possibly is the culprit. This guy's balls are real big. I've never seen a cultivator this brave. Infinity Sect, great, great. Tianji said, clearly very happy about Yi Mo offending the Infinity Sect too. That Golden Core State Level 6 cultivator who ate the Heaven Glory pill suddenly had Spirit Chi form a small whirlpool around him as his power grew rapidly. Soon, the cultivator howled and got up. It was clear he had reached Golden Core State Level 7, judging from his power and cultivation essence wave. Great pill, great pill. The Golden Core State said happily. Shen Guanqing nodded and walked up to the cultivator saying, You just ate the Heaven Glory pill and broke through. Tell everyone about your experience. Yes, City Lord Guanqing. The Golden Core State bowed and said to the rest of the cultivators, It's the first time I, Yin Ping, have seen such a magical pill. I've never ate the Chao Huan pill, but I'm sure its value is no lesser than that. I'm sure that the Heaven Glory pill has no side effects and has unique effects for strengthening spirit sense. It would take about 8 to 10 years with my talent to reach Golden Core State tertiary stage, but now I just need 1 or 2 months to stabilize my power level. It's indeed a great pill. A pill that could reduce 10 years of cultivation and have no side effects. The crowd erupted. Shin Guanqing told that Golden Core State to go down and got up on the stage saying, Everyone calm down. The effect of the pill has been proved. I don't need to explain further. Everyone has seen it with their own eyes. Now, I will announce the top 50 contestants. Solo Cultivator Level 7 Spirit Pill Master Luo Xiaomo. Full marks for the second round as well. 200 points, rank 1. Luo Xiaomo. Luo Xiaomo. Countless cultivators viewed Luo Xiaomo as their idol and motivation to press forward. Female cultivators called out Luo Xiaomo like crazy. If they had a pill master dual cultivation partner like this, they wouldn't need to worry about cultivation at all. There were a lot of prodigy cultivators in South P State, but there were more ordinary cultivators. As a solo cultivator who used soul flare to concoct pills, Yi Mo gave great inspiration to ordinary cultivators. Countless sects and cultivators were thinking about how to contact Yi Mo after the tournament. They wanted Yi Mo to be their sect's guest elder. Yi Mo breathed slowly. He knew that he only succeeded about halfway now, as long as he didn't fail the third round. Even if the Lightning Cloud sect and the Infinity sect knew he killed Tian Aofing and Yuan Guanan, they wouldn't be able to do anything to him for the moment. He just needed time. With enough time, Yi Mo believed that he could trample over a 9-star sect without relying on the Pill City. Shen Guanqing continued. Solo Cultivator Level 9 Spirit Pill Master Jiu Qian. 90 points for second round. Total points. 180 rank 2. Pill City Level 5 Pill King Su Banchong. 78 points second round. Total points. 155 rank 3. Level 4 Pill King Ji Outing. 75 points second round. Total points. 149. 9 rank 4. But this time, people stopped caring much about the rest of the pill masters. Their attention was focused on Yemo. Even though Yemo took all the attention, the top 50 pill master were very excited, as being able to get top 50 in this tournament meant not only fame, but also fortune. The name Luo Xiaoma had never been heard before, but now he got 2 rounds of full marks. After 2 rounds, he still stood as number 1 with dominating force. He was the center of discussion now, and his life story and past flew between big sects quickly. After the second round, only 50 pill masters and pill kings remained on the stage. After the disqualified people left, Shan Guanqing continued, "We've already decided the top 50 pill masters up until this point. The extra 2 rounds we've added were equally as exciting. Now I hope in the third round, which is the round that people anticipate the most, our pill master and pill king contestants will bring us even more fascination." A heated applause sounded. Yi Mo had never seen the pill king 12 steps, and he really wanted to ask the cultivators next to him, but they weren't allowed to talk now. Luckily, Shin Guanqing explained, there are many pill master and pill kings who are participating in this tournament for the first time, so they don't really know the 12 pill king steps. But you will understand once you see it. Then Shan Guanqing left, and Yi Mo saw Jiling with a few cultivators who were at least above body condensation state walk up to where Shin Guanqing stood. Then Jiling and those few cultivators kept throwing out formation flags. Yi Mo just realized that there was a formation on the stage, and it was at least a level 9 formation, as he wasn't able to see it. The audience seemed very excited, as though they had great anticipation for the Pill King 12 steps. Yi Mo also had some anticipation for it. He heard that in the past Pill King tournaments, they decided the top 50 in the first round. What was this 12 Pill King steps? Soon, Yi Mo knew what it was. As more formation flags were thrown out, the stage exploded and the sound grew louder and louder. Rumble, a huge rock that was 10 meters tall, suddenly appeared. It had 12 steps. From step 1 to step 6, it was yellow. Then step 7 and above had different colors. There was yellow, red, green, aqua, blue, and purple. Each step was very wide. Even if a few hundred pill masters stood on a step at the same time concocting pills, it wouldn't seem crowded. Looking at that, Yi Mo suddenly thought about the upgrade of Rare Flame. The first level of Rare Flame was yellow, and then the color would change each time it upgraded. From low level to high level, it happened to correspond to the colors. Yi Mo then subconsciously looked at his level 7 spirit pill master badge. It was yellow. He then looked at others. He found that those below level 4 pill king were yellow, but just had different shades of the color. The level 4 pill kings had orange badges, and level 5 pill king Su Banchong had a red badge. Yi Mo then looked at Shin Guanqing and saw his badge was aqua. It seemed that the difference between those above level 4 and those below it was huge. Shin Guanqing saw the 12 Pill King steps were revealed and said again, the third round will be on the 12 Pill King steps. There are 12 steps, and each contestant only needs to concoct a level 7 spirit pill on step 1. Step 2 is level 8 spirit pill, and so forth. The contestant can choose what pill they would like to concoct. The harder the pill to concoct, the higher the level. Shan Guanqing saw the 12 Pill King steps were revealed and said again, the third round will be on the 12 Pill King steps. There are 12 steps, and each contestant only needs to concoct a level 7 spirit pill on step 1. Step 2 is level 8 spirit pill, and so forth. The contestant can choose what pill they would like to concoct. The harder the pill to concoct, the higher the level. Many contestants already knew this rule, but Yi Mo listened to it very carefully. But it's not that the harder the pill you choose, the higher the rank you can get. Harder pills take longer to concoct. If everyone else went up and you're still at step 1 concocting a level 7 spirit pill, you're disqualified. Even if someone concocts a simple level 8 spirit pill, they would get higher marks than you, choosing the hardest level 7 spirit pill to concoct. I need to remind those pill masters who haven't competed before that 12 pill king steps is also like the trial tablet. At every step, your will and spirit sense will be rigorously tested. Shen Guanqing suddenly raised his voice. So, the 12 steps test your real pill concoction capabilities as well as power, wit, and cultivation level. So you will be kicked off the step if you can't stay on it or can't concoct a pill. This round has begun. I wish every one of you will able to reach the top. Yi Mo had understood. According to Shen Guanqing's words, if someone wanted to reach step 12, they had to concoct a heaven grade, level 9 pill. It seemed that even if you didn't concoct pills, it wasn't easy to stay on the step. This way, it seemed he wouldn't be able to reach the top. Yi Mo suddenly laughed at himself. He was thinking too far ahead. If he wanted to get to step 8, he would have to successfully concoct heaven grade, level 5 pills. At the same time, Yi Mo knew that although Shen Guanqing said he hoped everyone would reach the top, the truth was no one would be able to. One needed to be at least a heaven grade, level 9 pill king. And even that wouldn't guarantee you reaching the top. Plus, even if someone reached the top, would the pill city be able to take out a bunch of level 9 spirit herbs for someone to concoct heaven grade, level 9 pills? That was impossible. As soon as Shen Guanqing said start, all the pill master went on the steps. Yi Mo also walked up on the faint yellow step. As soon as he got on, he felt a strong pressure trying to push him off. Feeling this, Yi Mo's heart sunk. He wasn't scared of it, but since step 1 had such force, didn't it mean it would just get stronger and stronger? He was only nascent soul state level. If he wanted to resist such force while cultivating, it would be much harder than those hollow spirit state and body condensation state pill kings. This wasn't competing in pill concoction skills, but who had the strongest cultivation essence. In that case, it was impossible for him to get top 10 with his nascent soul state level 5 power. Yi Mo knew that if he failed, then what awaited him wouldn't be the honor of the first 2 rounds, but question and reproach. Because those who knew the Heaven Glory pill recipe could perfectly finish the first 2 rounds, but the 3rd round tested true strength. If he failed in that, there was no way people wouldn't doubt him. Thinking about this, Shen Guanqing said, "Contestants, you can choose any pill name you see from your spot." Many pill masters already knew this rule, and before Shen Guanqing finished, they started choosing a pill to concoct. Yi Mo didn't choose his spirit pill. He sat on his seat and looked at the tens of level 7 spirit pills. He knew that if he didn't solve the matter of the pressure, then no matter how fast he concocted a level 7 spirit pill, it was useless. He would lose to those with greater cultivation essence later. Instead of solving that problem later, he might as well solve it now on the step with the smallest force. He had to get top 10 or even top 3, or it wouldn't serve him any good. A strange scene appeared. The 49 contestants were concocting pills, but Yi Mo sat there dazed with locked eyebrows. What's he doing? Ji Ling couldn't help asking, but he realized all the judges had the same face. After Ji Ling knew that Yi Mo was the formation great master he favored, he had a good impression of him as well as high expectations. Many of the audience and sects watching Yi Mo all started discussing. This was just the first step if he hesitated that much about concocting a level 7 spirit pill. What was the point of competing? Eventually, people started publicly doubting Yi Mo. I say that the reason he got full marks the first and second round is because he already knew the Heaven Glory pill recipe. See, the 3rd round tests your true strength, and he can't even concoct a level 7 spirit pill. If I know the Heaven Glory pill recipe beforehand, I can get full marks too. This tournament is getting more and more interesting. Some pill masters already refined their spirit herb and their pill was about to form, but Yi Mo still didn't even choose a pill. Ning Qingxue, who was overjoyed, got up suddenly. She was more worried than anyone. Why didn't Yi Mo move? At least choose the pill and start refining spirit herbs. Sit down, you don't need to watch the tournament. Those people up there wouldn't care about a mere golden core state cultivator like you, Zheng Hein said. Ning Qingshue's eyes went red and she didn't talk. Huang Qian pulled her down carefully. Don't worry, Marshal Sister Qingxue. This is just the beginning. After 1 hour, a few pill kings were about to step on step 2, but Emo still didn't move. Even Xanjida was getting restless. Why didn't Emo move? Even her martial brother, who in Pill King was about to finish step 1. The Lightning Cloud sect elders were watching Emo, and when they saw that Emo couldn't even pass the first step, they were shocked. Tianji snarled, "This guy must be extremely lucky to know the Heaven Glory pill recipe beforehand, and thus got full marks in the first 2 rounds. Now he has nothing to show. I'm afraid his marks from before won't count now. Even the heavens are helping me revenge." Tianji got up and said, "Sect leader Jiang, I'm going to the Infinity Sect for a bit." The middle-aged man nodded, knowing that Tianji wanted to tell them that Emo killed Yuan Guanan. It was a very good idea to get them to help as well, regardless of whether or not Emo killed Yuan Guanan. Just a suspicion was enough for a 9-star sect. If he failed the 3rd round, then even if Emo didn't cheat, it would be thought of as cheating. Then, even the city lord of Pill City couldn't protect Emo. Could he protect a cheating contestant? Jing Ingli knew Yemo's real power and could guess why Emo didn't do anything, but she couldn't remind him. If she could, she would say, "Truthful Palace Stairway." Emo frowned. If the pressure increased based on steps, there was no need for pill concoction competition. They could just let those pill master with higher levels go up. Thinking about this, Emo thought of the Truthful Palace Stairway and how he had used purple Isoul Sever to reach level 7. Could this be the same? Thinking about this, Emo thought of the Truthful Palace Stairway and how he had used purple Isoul Sever to reach level 7. Could this be the same? Emo reached out with a spirit sense and found that before he even used purple Isoul Sever, the pressure decreased greatly. When he took back his cultivation essence, he wasn't pushed off either. Emo realized this was it. If he used cultivation essence to resist the pressure, he wouldn't be able to last until step 3. Cultivators needed to use spirit sense to defend against this pressure. The stronger your power, the more pressure you faced. Emo laughed at himself. He was probably the only cultivator in this round who didn't know this. The Shan Guanqing city lord already hinted at using spirit sense, but he didn't think of it. Although he used spirit sense to defend against the pressure and there wasn't much interference, there still was some left. Concentration was very important in pill concoction. Emo had 3 birth chant and wasn't afraid of this interference, but it was still better to have no interference. So Emo tried using purple ice soul sever and the pressure was severed off. Now, the step seemed like his own pill concoction room. Didn't this mean that those pill masters with spirit sense cultivation methods could sever the pushing force? Emo looked up and was dazed to see that he was the only left on step 1. He looked forward and saw many pill kings had reached step 3. Emo didn't dare to doze off and quickly chose blue when pill. Before he even released his soul flare and Shen Nong cauldron, the ingredients were sent before him. He checked them quickly and began concoction. Seeing that Emo finally began pill concoction, the judges breathed easy. Every time this guy would scare them. The first round when he used soul flare, people thought he gave up, but he dissected the pill. This time he only released his cauldron now and chose the rather hard pill blue when pill. What other surprise would he give people? Ning Qingxue also relaxed upon seeing that Emo finally began pill concoction. Emo had concocted countless blue when pills. Even with soul flare, he finished a cauldron in less than 15 minutes. Although when he got to step 2, there were already people on step 4, it didn't affect him. He knew that with his purple ice soul sever, he would have a huge advantage over those who had to constantly defend against the pressure. He wasn't the only one on step 2. There were still a few pill masters here. Yemo chose Mist Spirit Pill here. It was rather hard to concoct amongst level 8 spirit pills. Before Heaven Glory Pill, Mist Spirit Pill was the best pill for Golden Core State cultivators to break through. The second was Blue Wind Pill. Seeing that Yemo used less than 15 minutes, Wu Tan sighed. If he had a rare flame, not something that even ranked high, he would be so much faster. Ji Ling looked at Lu Wuhu immediately, and Lu Wuhu sipped some spirit wine before saying, "No need to look at me. I don't have many flames left. I really don't." People were speechless. After the tournament, I will give him a stone skin flame. It's ranked relatively low, but it's better than no flame. I'm sure that this Luo Xiaoma, no Yemo, is the most genius pill master I've seen. The smooth flow that he concocted level 7 and level 8 spirit pill with soul flare is an enjoyment to watch, Yu Chichao said. But why did he stay at step 1 for that long? He could be on step 4 right now. Ji Ling shook his head and felt pity. Yu Chichao smiled. I don't feel it's a pity. He saved all the time he will be losing in the future by staying at step 1 for that long. I'm just not too sure yet. Shin, Guanqing nodded in agreement. Yi Emo didn't stay an extra minute on step 2 either. He was on step 3 now. Although some people had reached step 5, he had caught up with the crowd now. Many pill masters saw Yi Emo stay at step 1, and in such a short time, Yi Emo chased up to step 3. They were all very shocked. Even a level 1 pill king needed 30 minutes to concoct a level 7 spirit pill. Yet, Yi Emo was level 7 spirit pill master and used soul flare. But most pill master and audience realized that Luo Xiaoma definitely wasn't a level 7 spirit pill master. On the third step, Yi Emo chose face recovery pill. It was rather hard and of high caliber. This step's pressure was much higher than those 2 levels before. Yi Emo rejoiced that he thought of a way at step 1. Otherwise, he might not last at step 3 now. If he got kicked off here, he would become a joke. No pill master had been swept off yet. When Jiu Qian reached step 3 and saw his number 1 opponent was still on step 1, he was disappointed and shook his head. He also suspected that Yemo knew the pill recipe, and thus got such a good score in round 1 and 2. But he charged up to step 4 immediately. Without Yemo, he would be able to get number 1 easily. Steps 4 and 5 were no trouble for him at all. When he reached step 6, he subconsciously looked back and saw Yemo on step 3, ready to get onto step 4. Seeing this, Jiu Qian's heart sunk. This Luo Xiaoma probably had real capabilities. But even so, there was no way he would be able to beat him on the 12 pill king steps. No one knew that he was actually a level 6 pill king, one who was about to reach level 7. As soon as Yemo got onto step 4, before he could even use Purple Eye Soul Sever, he was almost pushed off. When Yemo severed the pressure with Purple Eye Soul Sever, he sighed. This step was for level 1 pill kings. Those level 1 pill kings with weaker spirit sense would find it very hard to concoct heaven grade level 1 pills here. Even those who could stay here wouldn't choose hard heaven grade level 1 pills. So this 12 pill king steps wasn't completely irrelevant to cultivation level. Yi Emo looked at Huan Pill King and Qin Mushin. Huan was prepared to get on step 4 while Qin Mushin was struggling at step 3. Even if she could get to step 4, she wouldn't be able to complete a heaven grade level 1 pill. Yi Emo also realized Jiu Qian's power. This guy was on step 6 now. Even Su Banchong was only at step 5. If he didn't completely beat that guy with Heaven Glory Pill, it seemed really hard he would be able to get number 1 in the tournament. But Yi Emo didn't mind. He didn't use his full power. He had only been concocting pills with soul flare so far. Although Yi Emo didn't really care, Jiu Qian's attitude of saying that he was the only one to get number 1 incited Yi Emo's competitiveness. He chose to concoct the hardest Chao Huan pill at step 4. Then, Yi Emo didn't keep using soul flare, releasing Purple Flower Flame. As soon as he did this, there were countless exclamations of surprise. The judges looked at each other and realized Emo only now showed his real strength. Purple flower flame? Am I seeing this right? This Luo Xiaoma didn't use his full strength the previous 2 rounds. I finally realized what is absurd. This Luo Xiaoma is absurdly powerful. He had a rare flame, but only took it out for heaven-grade pills. He was the one who took it. A nascent soul state level 1 cultivator from Infinity Sect clenched his fists. He was the one who took it. A nascent soul state level 1 cultivator from Infinity Sect clenched his fists. Tianya, what did he take? A body condensation state cultivator next to him asked. The cultivator clenched his teeth. Master, I told you before that Luo Xiaoma was the cultivator I saw in the Herb Valley. When the purple flower flame came out and we were fighting over it, it disappeared at the bottom of the lake. I thought the purple frog took it, but now it seems this guy took it. This guy was Dong Tianya. He was a genius disciple of the Infinity Sect, ranked just below Yuan Guanan. Before he reached nascent soul state, he was Golden Core State Hall of Fame number 4, and he was a lover of Wen Tsai. So after Yuan Guanan died, he wasn't sad at all, he was instead happy. So the flame from Luo Xiaoma is... Suddenly the master stopped talking and turned around, saluting to another cultivator. So Lightning Cloud Sect's brother Tian is here. How do you have the time to come to our Infinity Sect? Tianji saluted with his fists and said heavily, the cultivator on the 12-Pill King steps isn't called Luo Xiaoma. His real name is Yemo? Dong, Tinya's master repeated. Why did he change his name? Because he has to fear that your sect would bring him trouble, Tianji sneered. Dong, Tinya's master, didn't seem too happy. He said calmly, for a prodigy pill master like Luo Xiaoma, we would love to invite him as a guest. Why would we cause him trouble? It seemed to him that Tianji had nefarious intentions. Tianji said calmly, because your number 1 core disciple Yuan Guanan was killed by him. He used the name Ning Xiaoma and killed Yuan Guanan in the Truthfall Palace. When he came out, Abstruse Sound Sect's Jing Ingli helped him get away. He just guessed that part about Jing Ingli helping Emo. He wasn't certain himself as well. What? A few voices exclaimed. Wen Tsai also made a sound of surprise and saw Tianji look at her. She immediately knew her reaction was wrong and showed an angry look. Dong Tinya's master's face changed a few times before saying to Tianji, why did Brother Tian suddenly tell us this? He suspected that, as he feared, the Lightning Cloud Sect was up to some scheme. Just because Luo Xiaoma was good at pill concoction didn't mean his fighting power was strong too. Yuan Guanan was Infinity Sect's core disciple, and with his nascent soul state level 5 power, there was rarely anyone who was a match for him. Luo Xiaoma was only nascent soul state level 5. How could he kill Yuan Guanan? But when Wen Tsai heard this, she knew that it was real. Martial brother Yuan Guanan was killed by that Luo Xiaoma or Ning Xiaoma for sure. She subconsciously looked at Emo and clenched her fists. She knew who Emo was clearly, but if it wasn't for Tianji, she would have never thought that Emo had left Truthfall Palace and made her go investigate Furong and the Inbei 3 demons. Because our Tian Alfing was also killed by this guy, he killed my disciple. I will only rest once I kill him, Tianji said hideously. Clearly, his hatred for Emo was to the bone. This matter is serious. Please wait a moment. Dong Tinya's master left quickly. Tianji knew that if Infinity Sect investigated slightly, they would believe him and he would get this ally. The moment Emo took out the purple flower flame, Ning Qingxue felt all the strength in her body leave. Her body was soft, but she was relaxed. If Emo just took out the rare flame now, it meant that he never used his true strength before. With this, it meant that he could at least reach step 5, meaning that he was at least a level 2 Pill King. Level 2 Pill King. Ning Qingshue's heart shook. She knew the value of a level 2 pill king after staying in South P State for so long. Even the ethereal immortal pond only had one level 1 pill king, and they treated him like a valuable guest. Ning Qingxue suddenly felt a little bitter. If Yi Mo was a level 2 pill king, why didn't he come to the ethereal immortal pond for her earlier? A level 2 pill king was enough to take her away without any resistance. But then again, she thought that Yi Mo must have his reasons for not picking her up. When Zhang Hain saw Yi Mo release the purple flower fire, she seemed a little surprised, but then she frowned and glanced at Ning Qingxue, saying, "You guys leave first." "Yes, master." Ning Qingxue wanted to leave as quickly as possible. Her master gave her too much pressure. Huang Qian quickly left too. It felt much better to stay with her master or martial sister. She could say whatever she wanted. Before Ning Qingxue went back to where she was before, Huang Qian grabbed her wrist, saying, "Sister Qingxue, your Luo Xiaoma is a pill king. Don't forget about me in the future. Remember to give me Chao Huan pill, Hollow Meridian pill, Essence Birth pill." Ning Qingxue smiled and said, "The herbs for those pills are very precious. I will tell him if he has it." "I knew Sister Qingxue was the nicest to me. I was about to risk my life to help you." Huang Qian smiled. After Ning Qingxue and Huang Qian left, Ning Qingxue's master walked up to the elders and bowed before asking, "Martial Uncle Qi, you needed me?" Martial Uncle Qi was a middle-aged woman. She looked pretty and was already a body condensation state cultivator. She told Zhang Hain to sit down before asking, "Hain, your disciple Qingxue doesn't have a good impression of Feng Zhongshe, right?" Zhang Hain's face froze, and she quickly said, "Martial uncle, don't worry. Qingxue is quite obedient usually, but she's just been very stubborn today. I will persuade her to agree to this." Martial Uncle Qi smiled. "You misunderstood me, Hain. I think that since Qingxue isn't willing, then never mind." Huh. She was a hollow, spirit, state, peak stage cultivator and knew some of the things of the sect. She knew a little as to why they had to have a marriage alliance with Lightning Cloud sect. But since the elder said never mind, she wouldn't force her disciple anymore. Martial Uncle Qi said, "You see that Luo Xiaomo, right? He's very young, but so talented. With what he has done, he would be approved by City, Lord Yu Qichao, and Shin Guanqing. He has a boundless future ahead of him." "What do you mean, Martial Uncle?" Shin Hain looked at the elder. Why did it sound like another Feng Zhongshe? Martial Uncle Qi nodded. "Our ethereal immortal pond is just an 8-star sect, and we don't have any power to contest Luo Xiaoma with a 9-star sect. So if we want to be connected to him, we have no other way but beautiful female cultivators. We don't have much else, but we do have a lot of beautiful female cultivators. Ning Qingxue is ranked 3rd in all of South P State. There's no way that Luo Xiaoma won't be interested. Just in case, bring 2 more beautiful disciples over to see him." She sighed. "If our sect wasn't in danger, our ethereal immortal pond wouldn't resort to these means. Don't force those disciples anymore. Try to persuade them nicely and tell them the reason we must do this." "Yes, Martial Uncle," Zhang Hain said. She sighed to herself. Ning Qingxue was unlucky. She was born in this age of great change. Since when did ethereal immortal pond disciples have to suck up to people? It was usually the other way around. Yi Mo refined spirit herbs even faster after he released the purple flower flame. And since he had concocted Chao Huan pill a few times before, he concocted it very smoothly. In the shocked eyes of the judges, he finished a cauldron of Chao Huan pills in just a bit over 15 minutes and continued to step 5. Such fast pill concoction speed! Ji Ling exclaimed. He wasn't some high-level pill master, but he could concoct a few simple spirit pills. There were already a few people on the 4th step, but Yi-Mo was the fastest. The only one who could compare with him was Jiu Qian on step 6. Such fast pill concoction speed! Ji Ling exclaimed. He wasn't some high-level pill master, but he could concoct a few simple spirit pills. There were already a few people on the 4th step, but Yi-Mo was the fastest. The only one who could compare with him was Jiu Qian on step 6. Xin Guanqing smiled. His pill concoction speed never decreased. Although the difficulty increased, so did his pill concoction fire level. Chao Huan pill was indeed the hardest pill to concoct in the heaven grade level 1 pills, but it wasn't hard for Yi-Mo at all. Just when he finished with the Chao Huan pill and about to enter step 5, Jiu Qian just finished his heaven grade level 3 pill and was ready to get on the 7th step. On the 5th step, Yi-Mo caught up with Su Banchong and Ji Yaoding, as well as level 4 pill King Qiunyinqing and level 4 pill King Qingdai. As Yi-Mo arrived on step 5, Su Banchong and Ji Yaoding were ready to enter step 6, while Qingdai had just started pill concoction. They were all shocked when they saw Yi-Mo come up. Although Yi-Mo recreated the Heaven Glory pill recipe, the pill was just a spirit pill after all. But the 12 pill king steps tested real pill concoction capability, and being able to reach step 5 meant that Yi-Mo was at least a level 2 pill king. Yi-Mo chose Soul Essence pill in heaven grade, level 2 pills. It was only medium level difficulty, but Yi-Mo had cultivated many of these pills, so he was fastest at them. Seeing Jiu Qian get to step 7 excited Yi-Mo's competitiveness. Jiu Qian didn't seem much older than him and was also an solo cultivator. He not only had the Golden Page World, but also the 3-birth chant. If he still lost like that, it would be really unreasonable. Yi-Mo didn't treat the 3-birth chant as a cultivation method. He had some emotional attachment to it. Many of his abilities and powers were derived from it. Without the 3-birth chant, there wouldn't be the current him. But even if Jiu Qian really did beat him, 2nd place was still enough for him. He didn't need to fight with Jiu Qian to the end. Qingdai just finished her heaven grade level 2 pill and saw Yi-Mo go to level 6. She was even more shocked. This level 7 spirit pill master was too absurdly strong. He got to step 5 later than her, but he finished before her. Su Banchong and Ji Yaoding only refined a few herbs and saw Yi-Mo come up. They no longer had the determination to fight with Yi-Mo till the end. They were also sure that Yi-Mo won the 1st and 2nd round with his own power. The only thing they didn't understand was that although the Pill King steps didn't rely on cultivation level to resist the pressure, if one's cultivation level was low, then his spirit sense was low too. As a nascent soul state level 5 Pill King, how could Yi-Mo not be affected at all? Even though they were body condensation state, they needed to use a lot of effort to stop the pressure with spirit sense at step 6. Yi-Mo was really grateful to that frog that he cut. Without that purple frog, he wouldn't be able to stand here so easily. Even if he didn't get swept off, he would at most make it to step 4. The two stopped watching Yi-Mo and focused on their own pill concoction. They knew it was impossible to beat Yi-Mo. It was already quite depressing that one absurd genius came, but now there were 2. Yi-Mo didn't take notice of the other pill kings. He just watched that level 9 spirit pill master Jiu Qian. He chose the heaven grade level 3 blue carrot pill at step 6. It was a pill for nascent soul state cultivator breakthrough. So it was not only precious but also rather hard to concoct. The pill might dissolve easily, becoming a pill that just had pill shape but no effect. Blue carrot pill's main ingredient was the level 6 spirit herb purple back blue carrot. Yi-Mo got large amounts of it in the herb garden. So this wasn't the first time he concocted this pill. He didn't feel any pressure when concocting it. Ever since Yi-Mo started pill concoction from step 1, the judges had been watching him even more than Jiu Qian. Shen Guanqing saw Yi-Mo's fluent and experienced spirit herb refining procedure and felt speechless. I wonder how many times he has concocted the blue carrot pill. I really don't know where he got all those high-level spirit herbs. Yu Qichao also shook his head. This Yi Mo definitely has had extraordinary fortune. Otherwise, even if he has the best pill concoction heritage, he wouldn't be able to concoct level 1 and level 2 heaven grade pill so fluently. This requires large amounts of practice. Up until now, his pill concoction rate is almost 100%. Even Su Banchong only made 9 pills at step 5, while he had the full amount of 12. Qin Muxin was swept off step 4 of the Pill King stage now. She watched GMO at level 6 and sighed. Even her master probably underestimated this martial brother Yi. Pill King Qin, you know that Luo Xiaoma? Another Pill King saw Qin Muxin look at Yimo strangely and asked. They were disqualified, so it didn't matter if they talked. Qin Muxin saw it was Rain Pill Sex level 2 Pill King Laoshi. So she quickly said martial brother Luo performed so well in round 1 and 2. Of course I would watch him. By the way, does martial brother Lao know him? Qin Muxin didn't want to casually spill that Yimo was Luo Xiaoma. Lao she didn't mind and nodded. I saw him at the Truthfall Palace. I didn't mind at the time. I didn't expect him to be such a powerful pill king. The means with which he concocts heaven-grade pill doesn't seem like a solo cultivator either. With that fluent procedure, who knows how many heaven-grade pills he has concocted. I really can't imagine how a solo cultivator has that many high-level spirit herbs for practice. Qin Muxin laughed to herself, but didn't reply. Yi Mo scammed countless high-level spirit herbs in the herb plane, and he also went to the Truthfall Palace. With Yi Mo's character, could he only get a few spirit herbs in there? At this moment, Yi Mo's blue carrot pill was finished, and he pulled out 12 blue carrot pills as fast as he could. Ji Yaoding and Qiu Nianqing just began pulling their pills. Yi Mo scanned their pills. They were both life essence pill. It was much easier to produce than blue carrot pill. Su Banchong finished pill concoction the same time as Yi Mo. He concocted the break tiger pill. It was slightly harder than life essence pill. Seeing Yi Mo come later and finish his heaven grade level 3 pill at the same time as him, Su Banchong nodded to Yi Mo with eyes full of praise. In his view, regardless whether Yi Mo could concoct heaven grade level 4 pills at step 7, he was a prodigy amongst prodigies to be able to finish heaven grade level 3 pills this fast. He would be pursued everywhere he went. At the same time, Jiu Qian finished the heaven grade level 4 pill and saw Yi Mo and Su Banchong come up. He didn't go up to level 8 immediately. Jiu Qian walked up to Yi Mo and said, "You're very good. Your performance was catchy in round 1 and round 2, but I'm sure that you knew the pill recipe beforehand. That's why your marks were higher than mine. So in the 3rd round, I will show you that I'm better." Seeing Yi Mo daze, Jiu Qian suddenly said, "Do you know how I know that you knew the pill recipe? I thought of it when I saw you use the purple flower flame. No one can use soul flare to refine the components of a level 9 spirit pill. I can't, you can't, even you Qichao can't." Su Banchong dazed at Jiu Qian, not sure why Jiu Qian said that now. Yi Mo was shook. He suddenly realized the huge loophole. If Jiu Qian could think of it, so could the judges. How could he make up for it? Seeing Jiu Qian go up to level 8, Yi Mo suddenly felt extremely unhappy. Before Jiu Qian went up, he sneered. "You broke the rules. We're not allowed to talk in the tournament, and you did something wrong. I didn't plan on getting first before, but now you can only be second. Sorry." Chapter 1108.1 No Retreat. Chapter 1108. 1. No retreat. Jiu Qian paused before saying plainly, "When you think you can beat me, you will find that what you face isn't disappointment, but despair." Then he flew on to step 8. His tone was as adamant as though he had already beaten Yi Mo. Su Banchong smiled and said, "Focus on finishing the heaven grade level 4 pill. The rest won't affect you. To Su Banchang, Yi Mo succeeded by just climbing to step 7. A nascent soul state cultivator was able to climb to step 7 and concoct heaven grade level 3 pills. This meant that he was already a level 4 pill king, or very close to it. Who would dare to doubt him with such accomplishment? Yi Mo nodded to Su Banchang in gratitude. But Yi Mo wasn't calm in his heart. He knew where the loophole was. The Heaven Glory pill was an ancient pill recipe. The pills they dissected were special grade. Clearly, it was concocted by a pill king. How could an ancient pill king not have rare flame? So, the Heaven Glory pill must be concocted with rare flame. However, he used soul flare to dissect a pill made with rare flame. This didn't make sense. The difference between these two flames were huge. The soul flare shouldn't even be able to refine part of the components. Yi Mo didn't know if the judges could think of this, but he knew that since Jiu Qian could think of it, other people would think of it eventually. If this news was spread out, he would be publicly criticized. That Mo Yoshing's Master Changshan, Pill King, wouldn't let him go, and his enemies would use this to attack him too. That meant if what Jiu Qian just said was publicized, it was putting him in a lethal situation. Yi Mo sneered. He was originally happy being second, but now, even if he had to show all of his power, he would get first. Now, large amounts of Pill Kings and Pill Masters were swept off the Pill King steps, and there were no more than 10 people left on the steps. There was only Yi Mo, Su Banchang, and Jiu Qian at step 7 and above. But Ji Yaoding and Qiu Yanqing at step 6 were about to finish. If the two also succeeded, there would soon be 5 at step 7 and above. Yi Mo chose the Hollow Meridian Pill for step 7. Hollow Meridian Pill was the best pill for nascent soul state cultivators to break through to hollow spirit state. It wasn't easy to concoct. Usually, pill kings wouldn't choose to concoct this pill, as this place wasn't their private pill room, and there was that terrifying pressure. Ordinary pill kings would have trouble dealing with the pressure, much less concoct hollow meridian pills. The purple flower fire rapidly refined spirit herbs under Yi Mo's control, but Yi Mo felt that the higher level the pills he concocted, the more the purple flower fire was beginning to feel out of sync. He knew this was due to him rarely using the purple flower fire and its level being low. Luckily, he had concocted hollow meridian pills before and wouldn't make a mistake. But because he didn't use Mist Lotus Heart Fire, he used a little more time. But this was acceptable. He believed that even Jiu Qian wouldn't have it easy at level 8. He had Spirit Sense Sever Cultivation Method, while that Jiu Qian was only hollow spirit state. Even if he had a Spirit Sense Cultivation Method, it wouldn't be as powerful as his Purple Eye Soul Sever. When Ning Qingxue saw Yi Mo reach step 7, she breathed easy. Even if Yi Mo failed now, she felt it wouldn't affect much. If it wasn't for that Jiu Qian, Yi Mo would have thought so too. Now, he really had to beat Jiu Qian for him to be safe. If he beat Jiu Qian, even if Jiu Qian said he cheated in the first round, people would only think he was jealous. After all, not everyone was a pill king and understood this. But if Jiu Qian got first and accused him of cheating, he would be done for. He might be kicked out of the pill city, and if that happened, he could only wait for death. If he didn't have a feud with those few 9-star Sex and Mo Yushin, even if he was suspected of cheating, it would be fine. He wouldn't be targeted and people would still seek after him. Yi Mo believed that if he beat Jiu Qian in the 3rd round, he wouldn't bring this up as either, as it would be damaging his own reputation. Such a powerful pill king. I've never heard of this Jiu Qian before. He's this powerful, I think he's at least a level 6 pill king, or he wouldn't be having it so easy at step 8. Wu Ten exclaimed. He was a level 6 pill king himself. Yu Qichao nodded. That's right, this Jiu Qian is indeed very substantial. At step 7, he chose Hollow Meridian Pill, and now at step 8, he chooses Spirit Breaking, Pill Heaven Grade, level 5 pill. These are all very hard pills to concoct. Brother Wu is right. This Ju Qian is indeed at least a level 6 pill king. Sigh, a new generation arrives. Watching that Yi Mo and Jiu Qian, I feel I'm old. Wu Tan sighed. Lu Wuhu laughed. You don't need to underestimate yourself. You're a level 6 pill king. You've stood at the top for many years. Wu Tan smiled awkwardly. Xin Guanqing nodded. That Yi Mo isn't simple as well. After releasing the purple flower fire, his pill concoction speed increased quite a lot, and the quality of the pills went straight up. It's pretty much all special grade pills. At the 7th step, he chose Hollow Meridian Pill 2. Judging by his means, he feels no pressure, so I'm certain he's at least a level 5 pill king. Lu Wuhu smiled. This kid really knows patience. He only released his rare flame for heaven grade pills. Jiling, you even asked me to give him a flame. My best flame isn't as good as his purple flower fire. What shit can I give him? Jiling seemed awkward and didn't know how to answer. I've been up the 12 pill king steps, and I'm really curious as to how Yi Mo doesn't seem to be affected at all during pill concoction. He's only a nascent soul state cultivator. He's not even nascent soul state tertiary stage. The current 10 pill kings remaining are at least hollow spirit state cultivators. That Jiu Qian is hollow spirit state peak stage, but he doesn't mind the pressure at all. Wu Tan brother is right, we really are old. Another level, 4 pill king judge sighed. Each pill king has their unique specialty. This is normal, Shen Guanqing said. Perfect concoction of the Hollow Meridian pill was 6 pills. 30 minutes later, Yi Mo concocted 6 Hollow Meridian pills. Yi Mo saw that they were all special grade pills, but he knew that if he continued to use purple flower fire at step 8, he wouldn't be able to concoct special grade pills. He had to beat Jiu Qian, so he had to concoct special grade pills, otherwise he might lose. Jiu Qian's pill king level wasn't lower than his. His flame's grade rank was lower than his, but it was faint red already. It was a level higher than the purple flower fire. His fire was weaker. His flame reached orange color because of Gu Wenqian's purple flame crystal, otherwise it would be even worse. He suspected that Jiu Qian was a level 6 pill king. If that was the case, it would be very hard for him to win. Seeing Yi Mo get on to step 8, Su Banchong sighed. He completely accepted that he was third now. Both Yi Mo and Jiu Qian were hiding their real power. One level 9 spirit pill master and one level 7 spirit pill master. Haha. Now these two were at step 8 while he, the level 5 pill king, was still concocting his pill at step 7. Jiu Qian focused on controlling the sense Sha flame to concoct the break spirit pill. He didn't even seem to see Yi Mo come up as he focused on his pill. Yi Mo scanned the pill. It was the very hard to concoct break spirit pill. It could allow hollow spirit state cultivators to break through to body condensation state. Yi Mo ate a spirit recovery pill. Facing someone like him, even if he used mist lotus heart fire, he didn't have confidence for victory, much less using the purple flower fire. But he had no choice, so he chose the break spirit pill without hesitation. If you find any errors, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know so we can fix it as soon as possible. Tip: you can use left, right, A and D keyboard keys to browse between chapters. Yi Mo wasn't sure if this was the first time Jiu Qian had concocted the break spirit pill, but it was his first time. Although he had the spirit recovery pill to recover his spirit sense, he didn't dare to be confident. This was his first time concocting a heaven grade level 5 pill. It was a huge challenge for him. Yi Mo wasn't sure if this was the first time Jiu Qian had concocted the break spirit pill, but it was his first time. Although he had the spirit recovery pill to recover his spirit sense, he didn't dare to be confident. This was his first time concocting a heaven grade level 5 pill. It was a huge challenge for him. Yi Mo was certain he would be able to concoct it, but he didn't dare to be careless. Even so, he didn't decide to take out the mist Lotus Heart fire. It mattered too much. The third-ranked heaven flame. If he took it out, who knows who would try to take it from him? Luckily, he had the purple eye soul sever, or else he could just admit defeat now. Yi Emo sat down and took out the Shen known cauldron. His mind was focused on it and the purple flower fire. He was certain that both of them could concoct the heaven-grade level 5 pill, and Jiu Qian wouldn't stop at step 8. If he couldn't get to step 8, he wouldn't have said those condescending words earlier. Jiu Qian didn't seem like someone without a brain. So Yi Emo knew that although he could concoct heaven-grade level 5 pills, that wasn't enough to beat Jiu Qian. He had to be enlightened in the process of concocting the break spirit pill and be able to concoct heaven-grade level 6 pills from that. For a level 5 pill king to reach level 6 pill king, it might take a few years or even a few decades. Some level 6 pill kings might never be able to reach level 7 pill king for their entire lives. Even with the 3-birth chant, Yi Emo wasn't sure if he could break through to level 6 pill king right after concocting a heaven-grade level 5 pill. However, the 3-birth chant gave him the possibility of breaking through. The reason he reached level 4 pill king was only because he helped Su Jingwen concoct a rainbow spirit pill. Yi Emo knew that even if he didn't use this method of breaking through to level 6 pill king, he would become one sooner or later. But now he couldn't wait. Before, he intentionally didn't break through to higher levels of pill king as he thought he was only a nascent soul state cultivator and didn't need heaven grade level 5 or 6 pills. He at most needed level 1 or level 2 pills. Plus, he didn't have spirit herbs above heaven grade level 5. Now he realized that even if he didn't need heaven grade level 6 pills, there was no harm in reaching that level. Yi Emo forgot about everything around him. He wasn't just concocting pills now. As he refined the spirit herbs for the break spirit pills, he analyzed them again and again. Then he used the 3-birth chant to find the rhythm. This was similar to when he refined spirit herbs and formed the pill rapidly. 15 minutes passed, 30 minutes passed, a few hours passed. Ji Yaoding and Qiu Nianqing were swept off at step 7, and Su Banchong wasn't able to concoct heaven-grade level 5 pills at step 8, so he was swept off as well. Only Yi Emo and Jiu Qian remained on the 12-pill king steps. Yi Emo was still refining spirit herbs and didn't yet start pill concoction. What people didn't expect was that after Jiu Qian finished the pill, he didn't go to step 9 and sat down with his eyes closed as though waiting for Yi Emo. What are these two doing? Level 4 Pill King Judge Gao, he looked at the two in confusion. One of them took more than a few hours to refine spirit herbs and still wasn't finished yet, while the other sat down instead of going to step 9 after finishing with step 8. Xin Guanqing frowned. He completely couldn't understand Yi Emo anymore. He didn't understand that Jiu Qian either. From Jiu Qian's speed and his challenging words to Yi Emo, he obviously took winning seriously. So why did he wait for Yi Emo? He didn't understand that Yi Emo even more. Before, whether it was spirit herb refining or pill formation, pill refining and pill pulling, it all flowed smoothly and seemed very aesthetically pleasing. Speed and quality were both top-notch. Although heaven-grade level 5 pills were much harder than heaven-grade level 4, but it didn't take this long for spirit herb refining. He glanced at Yu Qichao and saw Yu Qichao also look at him. The two clearly didn't understand what the two contestants were doing. It could be said that all that was happening on the stage was Yi Emo refining spirit herbs, but the audience didn't feel bored. There was just the two of them left, and from how Jiu Qian already finished his pill, it seemed that he was better than Luo Xiaoma. But after waiting for so long, the audience was disappointed to find that the difference between Luo Xiaoma and Jiu Qian was huge. They were expecting an exciting battle. After another 15 minutes, Jiu Qian sneered and got up. He no longer had the interest to keep waiting. He felt he overestimated this Luo Xiaoma. If he needed this long just for a heaven grade level 5 pill, then what would he do for heaven grade level 6? This guy wasn't of his caliber. Yi Mo didn't know Jiu Qian was waiting for him. After he repeatedly simulated the break spirit pill in his mind and reorganized the structure of the pill, he learned quite a lot. It was actually easier to reach from level 5 pill king to level 6 pill king than from level 3 pill king to level 4. After Yi Mo refined the spirit herbs and simulated them, he seemed to be suddenly enlightened, and his pill concoction drastically picked up in speed. He sent pill chants into the cauldron, and the refined herbs soon formed into herbal liquid with astonishing spirit qi. Jiu Qian saw this and stopped his feet. He didn't understand how Yi Mo was extremely slow before, and now he was this fast. This wasn't normal. But regardless, the break spirit pill formed rapidly in the cauldron. In less than 7 minutes, Yi Mo pulled the pills, and 6 special grade break spirit pills were pulled into a jade bottle. The judges also didn't understand why there was such a huge difference in timing. Usually, the ratio of time spent for spirit herb refining and pill formation was 4 to 6. No one knew that while Yi Mo was concocting heaven grade level 5 pill, he was thinking about the way to concoct heaven grade level 6 pills. Yi Mo put away the cauldron and got up, but saw Jiu Qian standing on the side. He was dazed, but realized that he had used up quite some time. Jiu Qian was still here, meaning that he was waiting for him. But Yi Mo didn't think Jiu Qian waited for him out of goodwill. As expected, Jiu Qian sneered again. The speed with which you concocted break spirit pill is disappointing. In order to defeat you utterly, I waited for you for almost 8 hours. Remember, the person who beat you on the 12 pill king steps is called Jiu Qian. He beat you with real power, not by cheating. Yi Mo said calmly, remember clearly too, if you really have some small capability, I will give that time back to you. Yi Mo was certain that he would be faster than Jiu Qian. He gained some foundation while concocting the break spirit pill. No one understood the power of the 3-birth chant. He could even derive a heaven grade cultivation method, much less a heaven grade level 6 pill. There seems to be some fire between these two kids. Lu Wuhu glanced at the two and smiled. The judges smiled bitterly. How could they not tell as well? They even choosingly ignored how the two broke the rules and spoke on the stage. When the audience saw the 2 pill masters jump onto step 9 at the same time, their fervor erupted. Yi Mo felt the pressure of step 9 before he even landed. With his past experience, he severed with purple I Soul Sever before he even landed, and the pressure around him reduced drastically. Yi Mo severed a second time, and the pressure was completely severed off. Yi Mo felt the pressure of step 9 before he even landed. With his past experience, he severed with purple I Soul Sever before he even landed, and the pressure around him reduced drastically. Yi Mo severed a second time, and the pressure was completely severed off. Yi Mo didn't know what method Jiu Qian used, but he was sure Jiu Qian had similar ways. Jiu Qian also landed on the level 9 pill king step and glanced back at Yi Mo, saying coldly, "You're not simple. You even have a spirit sense attack cultivation method." Yi Mo immediately realized that Jiu Qian used the same method. No wonder he couldn't feel any pressure. "Your master isn't simple," Yi Mo also replied coldly. He relied on the 3-birth chant, but that was his own effort. He was sure Jiu Qian was taught by someone. Jiu Qian frowned and didn't say anything. Yi Mo ignored him and chose the dew condense pill. This was a pill needed by body condensation state cultivators for cultivation. It had great effects for breaking through. This was only an ordinary pill amongst level 6 heaven grade pills. He had decided this while he was on step 8. While concocting the break spirit pill, he was simulating the concoction of the dew condense pill. Another reason was that he was afraid he might fail if he chose a very hard pill. He didn't know what pill Jiu Qian chose, and he didn't want to scan with his spirit sense. That would make him seem very nervous. Although this was the first time Yemo concocted the dew condense pill. He had simulated it for a long time using the 3 birth chant at step 8 and knew what to do. If he used the mist lotus heart fire for this, he would have much greater success rate and his pills would be mostly special grade. But even now, Yemo didn't take out the mist lotus heart fire. He felt he wasn't at the edge of the cliff yet. Seeing Yemo already start spirit herb refining, Jiu Qian sneered. He didn't care as Yemo took that long refining herbs at step 8. Now he would only take longer. He had concocted heaven grade level 6 pills more than once. He was already a top level 6 pill king. He wasn't going to be scared of a pill king who had trouble concocting heaven grade level 5 pills. Everyone stared at Yemo and Jiu Qian. The two brought them too many surprises. The big sects cared more about how both of them were solo cultivators. If they were some pill kings of a sect, it wouldn't really benefit others, and they could at most cooperate with the sects the pill kings were at. But if they were solo cultivators, they might be able to pull them into their sect, or at least hire them as a guest elder. All the big sects were full of surprise and joy seeing the two get onto step 9. Regardless of whether they could concoct it or not, this Pill King tournament was already worth their trip. Plus, they would be able to ask them for free pill concoction later. This was very rewarding. Level 5 Pill Kings were able to concoct break spirit pills, but Jiu Qian and Yemo were both level 6 Pill Kings. Break spirit pill would be a piece of cake for them. How many peak stage, hollow spirit state cultivators were in need of break spirit pills? Even those top grade 9-star sects didn't have a few break spirit pills. It was a huge expense to invite a level 5 pill king to concoct break spirit pills. Even a 9-star sect wouldn't be able to handle it. Now they had free pill concoction from level 6 pill king. How could they not be happy? He's actually a level 6 pill king. Huang Yushan and his martial uncle said dryly. He was a hollow spirit state cultivator and asked his sect to send the 5-color lotus. But if Yemo was a level 6 pill king, this wouldn't even be enough to knock on his door, much less suck up to him with. Huang Yushan's mouth was bitter. If he knew that this Yemo was this powerful, he would have given all the spirit herbs to him. Huang Yushan suddenly said, "Martial uncle, I think that Yemo seems to be very into the 5-color lotus. Regardless, let's go try. Even if he doesn't want it, it's fine. He's not going to slap the face of someone giving him a present. Plus, at the Herb Valley, I was on the losing side. He didn't lose anything." The hollow spirit state cultivator nodded. "That's the only thing we can do." Zhan Hain of the ethereal immortal pond also had a bitter smile. Elder Qi told her to bring Ning Qingxue to see that Luo Xiaoma after the tournament. But he was a level 6 pill king now, and she was only an ordinary hollow spirit state cultivator in an 8-star sect. She wasn't even sure if she could get to see him. At the same time, the Lightning Cloud sect and Infinity sect elders sat together with bleak faces. When the Infinity sect learned that Yemo was the killer of Yuan Guanan, they already considered him dead. But what they didn't expect was that Yemo was a level 6 pill king. A level 6 pill king's power was on par with an 8-star sect. If Yemo was a level 7 pill king, then even a 9-star sect wouldn't dare to touch him easily. Someone like that would have large amounts of powerful cultivators willing to protect them for free. They could imagine that after the tournament, countless masters would be willing to follow Yemo to the MOU city. At that time, MOU city won't be an ordinary city, but a small-scale pill city. Even if he is a level 7 pill king, I will kill him for sure, Tianji said coldly. An Infinity sect elder nodded. If our core disciple is indeed killed by Yemo, we will take his life for sure, no matter what pill king he is. But before this, I have to report this to our Grand Elder. The judges were discussing quietly now. To them, The victory was already decided. If no circumstances arise, Zhu Qian would probably get first for this round. In that case, his total points would beat Luo Xiaoma, and he would get first in this pill tournament, Zhao Shunting said. Wu Ten also nodded. Yes, Luo Xiaoma had trouble concocting Break Spirit pill, and he chose Do Condense pill at step 9. This pill is a level easier than the Cauldron Essence pill Zhu Qian chose. I suspect that he might not even be able to concoct the Do Condense pill. The judges all nodded. Only Lu Wuhu, who didn't understand pill concoction, smiled. Not necessarily. This kid is very cunning. There were a few times when I thought he wasn't going to make it, but he eventually stood on step 9 of the Pill King steps. If you don't believe me, you can look at what he's doing. The judges subconsciously looked at EMO, and they all fell silent. EMO was refining spirit herbs more than 10 times faster than his speed at step 8. There were no pauses in his movements at all. Nearly 20 herbs were thrown in the cauldron and rapidly refined. In less than half an hour, Yemo had completely refined all the pills and was beginning to cast in pill spells to form the pill liquid. What is this? Even Yu Qichao didn't understand, much less the other pill kings. No one understood why Yemo performed better at step 9 than step 8. Yemo was very fast. Heaven grade level 5 and level 6 pills were all heaven grade, middle grade pills. The difference in concoction wasn't big. Under the simulation of the 3-birth chant, he had a complete method of pill concoction. The only thing was that this was his first time concocting it. Yemo was very fast. Heaven grade level 5 and level 6 pills were all heaven grade, middle grade pills. The difference in concoction wasn't big. Under the simulation of the 3-birth chant, he had a complete method of pill concoction. The only thing was that this was his first time concocting it. In less than 30 minutes, Yemo began finishing the pill. Under the shocked gaze of the judges, Yemo pulled out 6 pills from the cauldron. Such speed! I'm sure this isn't his first time concocting the heaven grade, level 6 pill. Level 4 pill King Gao, he exclaimed. Xin Guanqing shook his head. No, it's probably his first time concocting heaven grade, level 6 pills. It probably is his first time. Even if he has concocted it before, it won't be much. Yu Qichao nodded. They were both level 7 pill kings and had concocted heaven grade, level 6 pills countless times. Yemo's method seemed to flow, but there were many minor parts that could be improved. The two didn't need to look to know that the grade wasn't very high, but they were very sure that if Yemo concocted these pills another time, his grade would be much better. As a level 6 pill king, he would be able to find the errors he made after he concocted pills once. Even if he couldn't find them all, he would be able to find most of it, much less a genius pill king like Yemo. Yemo put the cauldron away and his face remained the same, but he was actually very disappointed. He simulated the pill concoction many times BU0T. When he actually concocted it, he only got 3 top-grade pills and 3 middle-grade pills. He didn't even get a single special-grade pills. This made Yemo very disappointed. Yemo estimated that even if he used Mist Lotus Heartfire, he wouldn't be able to get all special-grade pills as well. There would be at least half special-grade pills, however. Yemo knew that he would yield much better results if he concocted it again, but this was a tournament and he only had one chance. Luckily, he still concocted a cauldron of heaven grade, level 6 pills eventually. Even if he wasn't as good as Zhou Qian, he had a chance to get to step 10. Thinking about this, Yemo collected his thoughts and the cauldron. Then he scanned Zhou Qian and sat down quietly just like Zhou Qian before. He concocted the Do Condense pill very fast. Even so, he spent nearly an hour. Interesting. Lu Wuhu saw Yemo sit down on the side as well as though waiting for Zhou Qian. This is really interesting. Even good old Jiling could feel the competition between the two. Yi Mo didn't seem to let Jiu Qian give him any advantage at all. Jing Yingli frowned. She didn't understand Yi Mo that well, but she knew what sort of person Yi Mo was. He wasn't someone who liked to show off. He was very good at staying subtle. Being able to reach step 7, he already surpassed his original goal. Why did he seem to be fighting Jiu Qian to the end? Yi Mo didn't really care about what other people thought of him. He only cared about his own interests. So why did he fight Jiu Qian to the end? The only explanation was that Yi Mo felt he had to beat Jiu Qian. Jing Yingli didn't know the reason, but she knew that Yi Mo had a reason. Yi Mo seemed very cunning and meticulous to her. Her rested heart started to hang in the air again. She even suspected that Yi Mo might release the heaven flame in the end. Almost all the audience thought that Jiu Qian was better than Yi Mo and said that Jiu Qian would finish first, but now it was actually Luo Xiaoma who finished first. This confused them greatly as they didn't know which one was better. The audience split into 2 groups, one supporting Luo Xiaoma and one supporting Jiu Qian. The 2 groups argued non-stop. However, they didn't affect Jiu Qian at all. Yet Yi Mo affected him. He didn't consider Yi Mo a threat at all after step 8. But at the 9th step, the tables suddenly turned. Luo Xiaoma, who was very slow at step 8, was this fast at step 9. He finished a heaven-grade level 6 pill in less than an hour. Although Jiu Qian didn't know what pill Yi Mo concocted. Since Yi Mo wasn't swept off, it meant he succeeded. Even he would need one. 5 hours to concoct heaven-grade level 6 pills, but now Yi Mo greatly surpassed him. He was waiting for him, just like he did before. Thinking about how Yi Mo said, "If you really have capability, then I'll give that time back to you," Jiu Qian became more anxious. He thought this Luo Xiaoma was just talking tough before, but he now realized that Yi Mo was saying he was only considered decent if he didn't get swept off on the 9th step. Yi Mo could even give him time, but that was only if he could concoct pills at step 9. Thinking about this, Jiu Qian's heart grew anxious and desperate. He wanted to speed up and immediately smelt a faint burning smell. Jiu Qian was shook. He knew that the spirit herbs inside were affected by his mood. Jiu Qian forced himself to calm down and regain his composure. He cast Yi Mo aside. He didn't really understand how Yi Mo wasn't affected at all when he was waiting for him, but he was beginning to guess if Yi Mo intentionally took that much time at step 8 to make him lose his vigilance. If that was the case, then Luo Xiaoma was too cunning. Yi Mo would laugh if he knew what Jiu Qian was thinking. If he could fight with people while forming his golden core, how could this little thing affect his pill concoction? The 3-birth chant was about 3 giving birth to everything. The outside influence was like floating clouds to him. A seed would blossom even if it was under a rock. A powerful seed would still bloom even if fried in oil. The 3-birth chant was like that seed to Yi Mo. Right now, he could only resist the pressure of a rock, but when it was powerful enough, no interference would affect him no matter how big. Due to Yi Mo's influence, the perfectly synced herbal liquid began to burn and become unstable. Jiu Qian forced down his anger and slowly removed the excess liquid. If it wasn't for Yi Mo, how could he make such a low-level mistake? Normally, the formation of a pill from liquid was a basic procedure, and one had to throw in pill spells and use spirit sense to mix the liquid together to form the pill. But if the liquid was partially burnt, the herb-liquid ratio wouldn't match and one wouldn't be able to concoct pills. The cauldron might even explode. A weaker pill king or pill master could only let the pill go to waste. But Jiu Qian was no ordinary pill king. There was no way he was going to admit defeat due to this. Jiu Qian seemed to have sunk all his attention on the separation of herbal liquids. He had to separate out the burnt part and then form pills with the remaining liquid. This was time-consuming work, but he had to do it. 2 hours for hours, even 8 hours passed, but Jiu Qian was still stuck on that part. What is going on? Both the judges and audience didn't understand this scene. Seeing Luo Xiaoma take longer at step 8 and Jiu Qian take longer at step 9, the audience could only conclude that one was better at concocting heaven-grade level 5 pills, and the other was better at concocting heaven-grade level 6 pills. Seeing Luo Xiaoma take longer at step 8 and Jiu Qian take longer at step 9, the audience could only conclude that one was better at concocting heaven-grade level 5 pills, and the other was better at concocting heaven-grade level 6 pills. But no one knew that Yemo actually needed to take that long, while Jiu Qian took this long because of Yemo. Although Yemo didn't do this intentionally, but it affected him. Another hour later, Jiu Qian finally removed the excess herbal liquid and rapidly started forming his pill. 8 minutes later, he finished and brought out a few cauldron essence pills. Looking at the 4 pills he concocted, 1 top grade and 3 middle grade, Jiu Qian wanted to kill Yemo. If it wasn't for Yemo, he could at least concoct 3 top grade and 3 special grade. But now he was sure he didn't do as well as Yemo despite not knowing what pill Yemo concocted. Seeing Jiu Qian get up, Yemo got up and said before Jiu Qian could rage, "It's been more than 8 hours. I won't count the extra time. I'm not a stingy person." Jiu Qian's eyes spewed flame as he glared at Yemo and said coldly, "You're a very calculating person. You intentionally disrupted my mental state for pill concoction, right? You're intentionally disrupting the order of the tournament. You're indeed a very calculating person." Yemo looked at the 10th step and didn't even look at Jiu Qian. "Very well, then go report me. I will tell the judges that you waited for me for my benefit, but when I waited for you, I was intentionally trying to disrupt your pill concoction. You don't need to explain to them." Then, Yemo flew up onto the 10th step. Jiu Qian's fury gradually disappeared. His face went icy cold. No matter who he told, they would think he was unreasonable. He broke the rules first, whether it was talking or waiting for Yemo for 8 hours. Seeing Yemo climb up to the 10th step, his tone became cold and confident again. "So what if you're a level 6 pill king? I will let you know despair." Then, Jiu Qian charged up to the 10th step without hesitation. He didn't think he would lose to Yemo even though he struggled at step 9. He had other cards left to play. He didn't intend to show his full power, but Luo Xiaoma was too good. Even if he didn't struggle at step 9, victory wouldn't be able to be decided at step 9. He didn't expect Yemo to be a level 6 pill king. After all, level 6 and above pill kings numbered less than 2 digits in the South P state. How could someone younger than him be a level 6 pill king and come to the pill king tournament? When both Yemo and Jiu Qian flew to the 10th step, almost everyone got up. Even the judges couldn't keep sitting anymore. If they could concoct pills on the 10th step, it meant that they were level 7 pill kings. There was a huge difference between level 6 and level 7 pill king. Level 6 pill king was rare, but there were a few. But in the entire South P state, there was only the city lord and vice city, lord of Pill City, who were level 7 pill kings, excluding those in solitude. Even the pill concoction prodigy Wu Tan was stuck at level 6 pill king. When the big sects realized that both Yemo and Jiu Qian might be level 7 pill kings, they couldn't stay in their seats anymore. Level 7 pill king meant that they could concoct heaven grade level 7 pill Kuin filling pill. That was pill needed for body condensation states to break through to cauldron filling state. One couldn't even see it usually, and the pills that cauldron filling state and above needed could only be supplied by level 7 and above pill king. One knew how important a cauldron filling state cultivator was to a sect. Even the 9-star sects didn't have a lot of cauldron filling state cultivators. A sect with countless years of storage had a lot of good things, but even with good spirit herbs and materials, they might not be able to turn them into pills and magic artifacts. The currently known level 7 pill king with a 2 city, Lords of Pill City, how high was their status? What didn't they have? How many powerful beings were asking them for pill concoction? They also needed to cultivate. so the most they could concoct for other people was once a year. Those who could invite them to concoct were high-level, powerful beings. Even 9-star sects couldn't frequently ask them for pill concoction. At Yu Qichao and Shen Guanqing's level, they didn't lack cultivation resources. They perhaps only lacked time. That's why the big sects were so excited when they realized the two might be level 7 pill kings. They couldn't invite the 2 city lords, but they could invite the 2 solo cultivators. They weren't old and didn't have a high cultivation level. They needed large amounts of resources. If they slammed them with large amounts of cultivation resources, how could they not be interested? Only once they concocted heaven grade, level 7 pill on the steppe, did they prove themselves to be powerful level 7 pill kings. It was much harder to concoct pills on the pill king steppes. Su Banchong, for example, wasn't able to concoct heaven grade, level 5 pill on the steppes. If the 2 can really reach level 7 pill king, then it's the great fortune of our South Peace State Cultivation Society. Yu Qichao was overjoyed too. He exclaimed if it really was Yumo's first time concocting heaven grade level 6 pill on the 9th step, and now he's going to concoct heaven grade level 7 pill on the 10th step, then Yimo was too absurdly talented. Yimo and Jiu Qian gave them too many surprises. After all, even he stopped at step 9. The scene naturally fell silent as everyone watched the two intently. Yimo found a place to sit on the 10th step and found there weren't selection cards for the pills he could choose to concoct. Just when he was confused, a jade slip suddenly appeared before him. The contestant can decide what pill he wants to concoct for heaven grade level 7. The contestant can choose the ingredients too. Please write down the heaven grade level 7 spirit herbs needed. You can only choose one type of each spirit herb. You will be swept off if your pill is lower than heaven grade level 7. Yimo realized a question like this was to let the contestant showcase his full power. But Yimo knew that regardless, it would be hard for him to succeed. He had the power to concoct heaven grade level 6 pill and simulate it with the 3-birth chant. Thus he succeeded. But now he was certain he couldn't concoct heaven grade level 7 pill yet. Pill concoction wasn't trying your luck, it was purely based on your ability. Yimo didn't write his pill recipe. He felt Jiu Qian's spirit sense come over. Clearly, he didn't have much confidence either. Thinking about this, Yimo scanned his spirit sense over too, but didn't write anything. Seeing this, Jiu Qian sneered and wrote more than 20 types of spirit herb on his jade slip. He knew that Yimo was half arse like him and wasn't able to concoct heaven grade level 7 pill well, but he was a top-notch level 6 pill king. He was about to be level 7 pill king. Since no one could actually concoct the pill, he chose a harder level 7 heaven grade pill. As long as his pill was harder and he scored more marks in the concoction procedure, he would be able to win. Even though Yimo earned more points at step 9, step 10 points were on another level to step 9 points. If he beat Yimo in minor parts, he might be able to earn back the points he lost. Plus, if he used all of his power, he might be able to concoct a heaven grade level 7 pill. If he succeeded, then even if it was a low grade one, he would win for sure. Yimo frowned when he saw Jiu Qian choose spirit herbs. Was this guy really a level 7 pill king? If that was the case, then he was in danger. When Jiu Qian chose the spirit herb, he suddenly took out another flame. The color was also red, but darker than the scent Shawfire. Even Yimo could feel the scorching heat. When Jiu Qian released this flame, he glared coldly at Yimo with scorn. One purple flare. Yimo's heart sunk. This was Heaven Flame 1 purple flare. It was ranked second in the heaven flames of the cultivation realm. Above, Mist Lotus Heartfire. Not just Yimo, but everyone else also didn't expect to see the 1 purple flare. It was the number 2 ranked heaven flame in the cultivation realm. Not just Yimo, but everyone else also didn't expect to see the 1 purple flare. it was the number 2 ranked heaven flame in the cultivation realm. The reason it was called this name was because in any cultivation realm, this flame would only appear once. There won't be 1 purple flare in one cultivation realm. This flame was found in the depths of the earth and was extremely hard to find. Even if one found it, without fate's favor you wouldn't be able to obtain it. The 1 purple flare, like the number 1 ranked heaven flame blue, like morning sky, would only appear once in a single cultivation realm. It was even hard to hear about it, much less see it. It was said that when the number 1 flame blue like morning sky appeared, the entire cultivation realm was blue. Once this flame was upgraded to a high level, it was enough to burn an entire realm. That was a bit of an exaggeration, but it showed just how powerful this flame was. With the appearance of 1 purple flare, it caused more shock than the 2 reaching step 10 of the Pill King steps. Many cultivators even stood up. More people thought this Zhu Qian really had patience. He was more patient than his opponent Luo Xiaoma. Luo Xiaoma took out the purple flower fire ranked 12th in the cultivation realm at step 4, but this Zhu Qian took out the heaven flame only at the 10th step. The pills concocted by heaven flame and earth flame weren't on the same level. If Zhu Qian and Yi Mo had the same level of skill, Zhu Qian already won more than half with the heaven flame. Even Lu Wuhu stood up in shock and sat back down after a while sighing. Seeing this guy, I suddenly feel like I've wasted my life. I've been collecting flames for my entire life, but the highest caliber I got is only a sense Sha flame. But these guys have either purple flower fire or 1 purple flare. Yu Qichao woke up from his shock and smiled. Lu Qianbei, your sense Sha fire is almost purple, right? Even a heaven flame can't compare with that. Lu Wuhu rolled his eyes. Have you considered how long I've lived? It's unfortunate for that Yi Mo. He's going to lose to the heaven flame, Ji Ling's side. No one rebuked Ji Ling's words. From their performance, the 2 were on par in pill concoction skills. Now that Zhu Qian had a heaven flame, the number 2 ranked 1 purple flare, it was natural that Yi Mo lost. At the same time Yi Mo sighed. He realized where Zhu Qian's confidence came from. It was due to the 1 purple flare. No wonder this guy was so cocky. When you think you can beat me, you will find that it's not disappointment you face, but despair. Yi Mo finally understood this. If it was another Pill King in Yi Mo's position, he would indeed despair. A red color heaven flame was countless times stronger both in herb refining and pill concoction than an earth flame. The speed and quality of the pill was far from something an earth flame made pill could compare with. This was why a Pill King or Pill Master needed a good flame. No matter how good you were, without a powerful flame, you wouldn't be as good as someone else. It could be said that once Zhu Qian released the 1 purple flare, his pill concoction skills increased a level. Everyone thought that Yi Mo lost for sure. Zhu Qian started herb refining while Yi Mo sat and didn't move. He was thinking if he could release the mist lotus heart fire. He could also tell that Zhu Qian's pill concoction were on his level and even a little better. But once he used the 1 purple flare, the better was infinitely expanded. Yi Mo also knew that it was extremely dangerous for him to use the mist lotus heart fire. He didn't understand where Zhu Qian's confidence came from. Even his mist lotus heart fire wasn't as precious as the 1 purple flare. Suddenly Yi Mo thought that if he could really concoct heaven grade level 7 pill, then he was a level 7 Pill King. It was just as Jing Yingli said, if a level 7 Pill King had the mist lotus heart fire, then no one would dare to scheme for it, right? The only thing was he had to be careful when he was alone. Plus, even if he didn't use the mist lotus heart fire, would no one come for his trouble? The Infinity Sect and Lightning Cloud Sect quite possibly already knew his identity by now. He would only be safer if he used the mist lotus heart fire and concocted heaven grade level 7 pill, as his name would be infinitely expanded. He could pull more masters around him, but the pretense was that he could concoct heaven-grade level 7 pills. It was easy to use the Mist Lotus Heart Fire, but how would he concoct heaven-grade level 7 pills? The pill he chose had to be unique enough to get the praise of the judges and have a certain level of difficulty that was at least harder than Jiu Qian's pill. He saw the pill Jiu Qian chose. It was a rather hard and meaningful pill. It was Kuan filling pill, seasoned wheat pill. Suddenly, this pill came into Yi Mo's head. It was a heaven-grade level 7 pill, and there were rarely any pill kings who knew it, much less those who could concoct it. The main ingredient was seasoned wheat. The pill kings didn't know about this pill because they thought the seasoned wheat was one spirit herb and they could be both used to concoct the hollow meridian pill, so no one knew about it. The seasoned wheat pill was very precious, more valuable than the Kuan filling pill. Cultivators who had their Dan Tian broken need very high-level pills to recover it, but the seasoned wheat pill could solve this problem. Yi Mo felt that with his whirlpool pill concoction method and the heaven flame, he might be able to concoct the seasoned wheat pill, as the seasoned wheat was something that balanced yin and yang. It was easier to accept his whirlpool concoction method. He was the only one who knew the whirlpool concoction method, as this required the use of the illusion cloud strike cultivation method and taxed the spirit sense heavily. Yi Mo concocted the spirit weaving pill before, so he knew how powerful this pill concoction method was. With spirit sense pill concoction means and this whirlpool concoction method, it would drastically decrease the difficulty of pill concoction while increasing success rate. The only thing was that it consumed spirit sense rapidly. This was why Yi Mo rarely used the whirlpool pill concoction method, as he hadn't solved the problem of spirit sense exhaustion yet. Other cultivators wouldn't dare to concoct this, but Yi Mo had the spirit recovery pill, so he didn't mind. Thinking about all this, Yi Mo's heart settled. Since Jiu Qian used the heaven flame, it meant he wasn't certain if he could win. If he was certain he would win, he wouldn't use the heaven flame. The only thing Yi Mo was worried about was if the pill king step would recognize the season and wheat spirit herb. If it thought it was the same thing, he could only choose something else, and that way, his success would be greatly reduced. Nevertheless, Yi Mo still wrote the two down. Soon, Yi Mo was happy to find season and wheat in front of him. Yi Mo breathed easy. This pill king step has existed for countless years. How could it not recognize season and wheat? He can tell the difference between season and wheat. Yu Chi Chao suddenly got up, but then his words suddenly stopped as he saw the fire that appeared in Yi Mo's hand. Mist Lotus Heart Fire. Yu Chi Chao felt his brain wasn't working really well. Mist Lotus Heart Fire? Xin Guanqing and the other judges saw Yi Mo's flame and couldn't help but exclaim. As pill kings, they didn't have heaven flames, but they know the properties of heaven flame very well. As soon as Yi Mo released the Mist Lotus Heart Fire, they recognized it. Mist Lotus Heart Fire? Shen Guanqing and the other judges saw Yi Mo's flame and couldn't help but exclaim. As pill kings, they didn't have heaven flames, but they know the properties of heaven flame very well. As soon as Yi Mo released the Mist Lotus Heart Fire, they recognized it. Mist Lotus Heart Fire. Even Lu Wuhu lost his attitude. Ji Ling glanced at Lu Wuhu and felt more awkward. He asked Lu Wuhu to give a rare flame to Yi Mo, but now it seemed like a joke. Another heaven flame. And it was the third-ranked Mist Lotus Heart Fire. The audience completely erupted. This Pill King tournament was far beyond what they could imagine. In the end, it became a battle of the heaven flames. In this tournament, for heaven flames appeared. Before, in the entire South Peace State, people had only heard about 5 or 6 types. Now, second, third, and fourth heaven flame all came. It was a real intense battle between Jiu Qian and Luo Xiaoma now. If Jiu Qian didn't encounter Luo Xiaoma, he wouldn't use the heaven flame. If Luo Xiaoma's opponent wasn't Jiu Qian, he wouldn't use Heaven Flame as well. These two were both people who were very subtle and patient, especially that Luo Xiaoma. He went from Soul Flare to Purple Flower Fire, then to Mist Lotus Heart Fire. Some people even guessed that if Jiu Qian had stronger cards, would Luo Xiaoma have more to match them? The level 4 Pill Kings and Su Banchong saw this and shook their heads. Su Banchong thought he was only one step away from Yimo and Jiu Qian, but now it seemed the difference was huge. He used Heaven Flame in the first round of the tournament, while these two only took it out at the 10th Pill King step. Qin Muxin looked at Yimo in disbelief. She was worrying for Yimo, as Yimo didn't have a rare flame. She laughed at herself when Yimo took out the Purple Flower Fire, as it seemed she was worrying too much. It seemed that Yimo already had a Heaven Flame when he concocted the Spirit Weaving Pill, but he just didn't dare to show it, now that he was a level 7 Pill King. Even if he took out Heaven Flame, no one would dare to scheme for it. Martial brother, Yi had such great patience and endurance. Seeing Yimo's Mist Lotus Heart Fire, Jiu Qian's eyes narrowed and the spirit herbs he was refining almost got burned again. But luckily with past experience he controlled the situation. He didn't expect Yimo to also have a Heaven Flame. Although its rank was one lower, its color was deeper than his. So, the two flames were equally matched. At this moment, he realized his words were too cocky. At the same time, he understood what Yimo meant by, "I wasn't planning to get first, but now you can only be second, sorry." It was because he was too cocky and infuriated Yimo that Yimo showed all of his true power. He thought he would get to see Yimo's despairing face when he took out the one purple flare, but instead Yimo took out his Heaven Flame, Mist Lotus Heart Fire. It was impossible to say he didn't regret it all, but he soon cast it aside. Even though Yimo had the Heaven Flame, it didn't mean that he would lose to him. Judging by his skills, he hadn't concocted Heaven Grade level 7 pills before. Realizing this, Jiu Qian focused on his own pill. So did Yimo. He focused on his seasoned wheat pill. Yimo had used all of his power now, Shen Nong Cauldron and the Heaven Flame, as well Spirit Sense Pill Concoction Means and Whirlpool Pill Concoction Means. If he lost to Jiu Qian, even with that, he could only admit defeat. Refining spirit herbs was no problem for Yimo at all. With the Mist Lotus Heart Fire's help, it wasn't slow either. He knew that Jiu Qian would have no problem either, as he had the one purple flare. The judges and audience all held their breaths as they watched the two concoct pills. Both were using Heaven Flames, and both were concocting level 7 Heaven Grade pills. For most cultivators, they would only get to see this once in their life. The two were very careful and didn't act casual like they did in the past few steps. Comparatively, both found it more convenient and familiar to use Heaven Flame. For hours passed, and Yimo had finished refining his spirit herbs. He didn't stop and went straight into herbal liquid fusion. Yimo is a step faster. He's began pill fusion, but he doesn't seem to have used pill spells. Level 4 Pill King Gao, he stopped mid-sentence. Xin Guanqing smiled. "You saw it as well, right? I really didn't expect Yimo to be using the Spirit Sense Pill Concoction method. I've heard of such pill spells, but it's the first time I'm seeing someone use it. His pill concoction heritage is too advanced." Yu Qichao nodded. "I heard before that he used Spirit Sense Pill spell when he concocted the Spirit Weaving Pill. I didn't really dare to believe it at first, but now I finally see it. This type of pill spell has too much of an advantage, but it's also very taxing on the spirit sense." Jiu Qian was also going into pill fusion, but the eyes of the judges stayed on Yimo. Jiu Qian's method was also very advanced, but compared to the never-before-seen spirit sense pill spell, Yimo's pill fusion process was more attractive. Yimo's herbal pill liquid rolled about in the cauldron, but he wasn't in a rush. He used a pill spell, and the liquid kept fusing and separating. It seemed ordinary to normal people, but Yimo knew that he had no other way. It was his first time concocting pills of this caliber. The spirit sense pill spell reduced the difficulty, but on a slight mistake the cauldron might explode. Even with the spirit sense pill spell and whirlpool pill concoction method, he had to simulate again and again with the 3-birth chant. At this moment, Jiu Qian finished his pill fusion process and started forming the pill. He was completely focused since he knew this was the hardest moment for him. He did the first half of the procedure very well, but that was just the basics. Meanwhile, Yimo was still testing fusion and separation. If it wasn't for his 3-birth chant, he would have failed already. When the herbal liquid emitted a faint aroma, Yimo's brain sparkled. He knew he was too careful. He actually didn't need to keep simulating. The 3-birth chant was about being casual and following the heart. His illusion cloud exert will strike formed like this. In that case, why force a way to find the method of concocting heaven-grade level 7 pills? It would happen naturally. Thinking about this, Yimo didn't hesitate anymore and sent in a spirit chi whirlpool controlled by his spirit sense into the cauldron. The herbal liquid spun slowly in the cauldron. 15 minutes later, there seemed to be an invisible hand that divided the spirit chi whirlpool into 6. Yimo felt pain in his sea of consciousness. He ate a spirit recovery pill without hesitation and separated the spirit chi whirlpool even more to form the pills. Compared to Yimo's constant progress, Jiu Qian was finding it hard to continue. His pill was at the final stage, but no matter what, he missed something. He even smelt the aroma and could see the 6 about to form pills. If he just worked a little harder, he could bring out 6 cauldron-filling pills. But he just lacked that one last bit. At this moment, Jiu Qian felt the herbal liquid stop spinning. He knew things weren't good, but before he could do anything, the herbal liquid started falling apart. In his desperation, he couldn't care about anything and forced out the pill-pulling spell, wanting to collect at least 1 or 2 cauldron-filling pills. The pitiful thing was that pill concoction was a job that didn't tolerate mistakes, especially for high-level pills. The pitiful thing was that pill concoction was a job that didn't tolerate mistakes, especially for high-level pills. A faint burnt smell came, and then with a few light cracks, Jiu Qian's heart sunk. He knew his cauldron failed. 2 slightly burnt pills landed inside the jade bottle he prepared. Without looking, Jiu Qian knew his cauldron-filling pill failed. It wasn't that he didn't do well enough. He did the best he could, but he was sure that if Yimo failed, his procedure marks wouldn't be higher than his. He only failed at the last step. He showcased all of his capabilities. His skills were indeed not enough to concoct heaven-grade level 7 yet. So defeat was reasonable. He expected this. Now he could only wait for Yimo's result. Victory or loss was completely in the hands of his opponent. But Jiu Qian knew that even if Luo Xiaoma failed too and got lower procedure marks than him, it wouldn't be much lower than him. With the points he got before, he actually might lose. Jiu Qian tipped out the 2 pills and looked at them. Just as he expected, they weren't even low-grade amongst low-grade, just 2 waste pills. He really wanted to stay on step 10 to watch Yimo, but just as he packed away his cauldron, a line of words appeared before him. Step 10 challenge failed. The next moment, he was swept off and fell amongst the pill kings. Seeing Yimo still in pill concoction on the stage, Jiu Qian's face grew bleaker and bleaker. Those few pill kings who admired him walked up to him, wanting to have a chat, but Jiu Qian didn't want to talk at all. Those pill kings didn't dare to reproach Jiu Qian. Yimo, on the other hand, was beginning to form his pill. With the whirlpool pill concoction method, the 6 whirlpools of spirit chi were beginning to form 6 seasoned wheat pills. There was nothing else in his mind other pill concoction right now. He didn't even know Jiu Qian was swept off. Whirlpool pill concoction method. Yu Qichao's hand was shaking with excitement. Compared to other people caring about the heaven flame, he cared more about Yimo's pill concoction means. At this level of pill concoction skills, a new system of pill concoction was immeasurably enticing to him. Shen Guanqing was also very excited. Wu Tan had never heard of the whirlpool pill concoction method, but Yimo's spirit sense pill spell and spirit qi whirlpool idea was absurd. This was revolutionary. This was the new pill concoction method he created when concocting the spirit weaving pill. I didn't expect it to have matured to this level. The Tao of pill has no limits. Shen Guanqing sighed. He was also enticed by this pill concoction method. Yi Mo ate another spirit recovery pill and used his pull pill spell. He raised his hand and 6 crystal-like pills flew out. Before the pill even entered the jade bottle, its aroma spread out. Even the audience smelled the aroma of the seasoned wheat pill, much less the panel of judges. "What pill is this?" even Wu Ten asked. He felt very ashamed that, as a level 6 pill king, he didn't even know what pill the contestant concocted. Even Shen Guanqing looked to Yu Qichao. He could tell the difference between season and wheat, but he had never heard of the seasoned wheat pill. Yu Qichao studied Yimo's pill and said with a face full of astonishment, "He's really a level 7 pill king, and he even concocted the seasoned wheat pill." "You said he just concocted the seasoned wheat pill?" It was Lu Wuhu who asked strangely. Yu Qichao saw everyone look at him, and he nodded seriously. "That's right, I'm certain it's the seasoned wheat pill, the only heaven-grade level 7 pill that can be concocted mixing season and wheat together is the seasoned wheat pill. Even I don't know the pill recipe, yet Yimo knows. His encounters are extraordinary. His accomplishment will definitely be greater than ours. He's not a prodigy. He's a prodigy that belonged to this world. I really don't understand which pill Dao Qian Bei can teach a pill king like Yimo. The seasoned wheat pill is a pill that can repair cultivators' dantian. Even if the dantian is shattered, the pill can repair it. This is the power of this pill. A pill with the effect of pills made from level 8 or level 9 spirit herbs. What? The seasoned wheat pill is such a pill? Wu Tan said in shock. The higher the level of the cultivator, the harder it was to repair his dantian if it was damaged. This was because, above nascent soul state, the dantian was closely tied to the essence spirit. The use for this pill wasn't as prevalent as the cauldron-filling pill, but it was definitely rarer. It seems that Luo Xiaoma will probably get first in this tournament. Jiling smiled. He still wanted to discuss formations with Yi Mo. Yu Qichao nodded. Yes, he's first for 3 rounds in a row, but I wonder if he'll challenge Step 11 alone. Of course, Yi Mo wasn't going to do that. He already succeeded by concocting the seasoned wheat pill at Step 10, and he didn't need to worry about anything. Yi Mo wasted 2 spirit recovery pills, but he got 4 top grade and 2 middle grade seasoned wheat pills. Yi Mo was very happy. This was better than what he did at Step 9. Yi Mo put away the cauldron and looked down, knowing that he didn't have to worry about Jiu Qian talking shit. Luo Xiaoma. Level 7 Pill King, Luo Xiaoma. Continue to the 11th step. Countless roars sounded. This seemingly lowest level 7 Spirit Pill Master was actually the highest level 7 Pill King. Although Jiu Qian had temporary fans, after he was swept off, they all cheered for Yi Mo. Some even called Yi Mo to go on the 12th step. Even with the city lords of Pill City here, some people called number 1 Pill King Luo Xiaoma. Yi Mo wasn't going to step 11, of course. First, he couldn't concoct level 8 heaven-grade pills at all. He would barely be able to make an ordinary level 7 heaven-grade spirit pill. He wasn't a matured level 7 pill king, but Yi Mo, that was just a matter of time. He just needed more practice. Seeing Yi Mo about to jump off, Shen Guanqing smiled and shook his head. He's probably the first contestant to jump off himself. Yu Qichao smiled. It's no mistake calling him number 1 Pill King. With his Pill Dao prowess, it's only a matter of time before he surpasses us. I can't wait to discuss Pill Dao with him. Shen Guanqing and the judges nodded in agreement. Lu Wuhu smiled. I think you can't wait for him to dissect the Hua Sang pill. Then he glanced at the other pill kings and said, as for you guys, you want to ask him to teach the whirlpool pill concoction method. The judges felt a little awkward, but they knew Lu Wuhu said the truth. Let me talk to him first. I've already arranged to see him at the North Far State, but I just haven't had the chance yet. Good man Jiling said impatiently. He was a formation grandmaster, but his love for formation was an obsession. Yi Mo was just a formation great master, but his formations were too unique. There were some things that he had to watch for a long time before understanding, and there were still things he didn't understand. Lu Wuhu didn't laugh at Jiling. Everyone knew that Jiling really wanted to see Yi Mo. Yi Mo scanned the hundreds of thousands of audience members and nodded. Just when he wanted to jump off, he suddenly saw a white-dressed woman. That woman was looking at him with a face full of excitement, the anticipation, and tears. Yi Mo could see them from this far away. Qingxue. Yi Mo could no longer hold back the joy and excitement as he flew out towards Ning Qingxue, forgetting about the rules of not being allowed to leave the testing stage. But as soon as Yi Mo came down, he was stopped by the restriction of the stage. He only thought about Ning Qingxue before and forgot about this restriction. But as soon as Yi Mo came down, he was stopped by the restriction of the stage. He only thought about Ning Qingxue before and forgot about this restriction. Ning Qingxue saw Yi Mo come down and the way he looked at her, and immediately knew that Yi Mo saw her. Without hesitation, she charged out of the audience section and flew over. Huang Qian saw this and was dazed, but it was too late to stop Ning Qingxue. Seeing that Yi Mo was a level 7 pill king, Zhen Hain and the elders of the ethereal immortal pond didn't have any confidence. Although Ning Qingxue was pretty, she was just a golden core state cultivator. Yi Mo might not even like her. Plus, there were a few girls amongst the South Peace State 10 beauties who looked better than her. If the ethereal immortal pond could think of this, how could other sects not think of this? Just when Zhen Hain was still hesitant, she saw Ning Qingxue charge towards the Pill King tournament stage. She got up worriedly and yelled, "Qingxue, are you crazy? Come back." But how could Ning Qingxue hear her? Yi Mo was the only person in her eyes. She was at her limit of waiting. Although Zhen Hain wanted to immediately punish Ning Qingxue into decades of solitary cultivation, what she wanted right now was not to offend the Pill City for what Ning Qingxue did. Everyone immediately noticed Ning Qingxue doing this, and some female cultivator exclaimed out loud. Some brave female cultivators also wanted to do this, but they were stopped by their sex people. What does she want to do? Jing Yingli saw this and got up. Jing Yingmeng didn't really understand either, but said, "That girl is Ethereal Immortal Pond's disciple Ning Qingxue." South Peace State's third beauty? Jing Yingli subconsciously asked. Jing Yingmeng nodded. "It's her, but I heard she's a very calm girl and was cold to everyone. She didn't really like to talk. Why does she have so much initiative today? But Yi Mo's performance was too magnificent, even I'm interested. But if even I don't deserve him, Ning Qingxue's not even prettier than me. She's only a golden core state cultivator too. How does she dare to go up?" Jing Yingming said, "I understand." Jing Yingli sat down in disappointment. Jing Yingmeng knew her sister was very smart and she could pick up things with a slight hint. She immediately asked, "What did you understand?" "That Ning Qingxue is Yi Mo's wife. He said he came to take back his wife. It's obviously Ning Qingxue now," Jing Yingli said calmly. "Why?" Jing Yingmeng suddenly felt uncomfortable and asked. Jing Yingli didn't answer her. This was very obvious. According to what Jing Yingmeng said of Ning Qingxue, she wasn't going to act like this just because Yi Mo was a pill king. She must know Yi Mo already. Second, before Yi Mo became famous, he wouldn't even be able to get into the front door of Ethereal Immortal Pond, much less see Ning Qingxue. And before, Yemo seemed to want to charge off the stage, but was stopped by the restriction. With Ning Qingxue charging to Yemo at the same time, it was obvious that Ning Qingxue was Yi Mo's woman. Different than Jing Yingli, when Tsai knew that Luo Xiaoma was Yi Mo. She knew that Ning Qingshue's husband was this person. Now that Ning Qingxue flew over without hesitation, it further proved her conjecture. What does he want to do? Shan Guanqing saw Yi Mo bang into the restriction and immediately asked with a frown. Lu Wuhu sipped some of his wine and laughed. Isn't it obvious he saw his girl and wants to go see her, but was stopped at the restriction? Shin Guanqing focused on the pill Dao his entire life and didn't really understand the relations of the two sexes. He subconsciously glanced at Yu Qichao. Yu Qichao nodded. From their actions and expressions, that should be so. I'll open the restriction and let them see each other. As for the result, we'll announce later. The judges heard this and were envious. The city lords were really nice to Yi Mo. Yi Mo was stopped by the restriction. He knew it was the rules, but he was immediately about to force it open. However, the restriction opened itself. At this moment, Ning Qingxue had charged onto the stage. Yi Mo didn't think about why the restriction opened itself and charged up to Ning Qingxue and embraced her. The familiar softness and warmness entered his arms. Yi Mo suddenly felt fulfilled. Although for all sorts of reasons he wasn't able to see Ning Qingxue before, he finally succeeded today. Although it revealed a lot of his power, but Yi Mo felt it was worth it. He was now a publicly recognized heaven-grade level 7 pill master. Even 9-star sects had to consider things before they tried to attack him. When he took Luoying from Black Ice Sect and took Yangzhu and them from Peihai, he would take them all to MOU City. Thinking about this, Yi Mo felt more and more grateful to Jing Yingli for providing him with his idea of coming to the tournament. Ning Qingxue was embraced by Yi Mo's strong arms and felt the familiar sense of Yi Mo. She had completely forgotten what she was going to say to Yi Mo and just cried. The unbearable feeling of loneliness and that helplessness in the world finally left her. She found Yi Mo, her husband. No matter what happened, she didn't want to leave him again. She wanted to cry loudly and say, I finally found you, but she couldn't form a complete sentence. She felt the tears she had shed these few days were more than she ever had in her life. She finally understood now that, after all, she was a woman. All her emotions were expressed in tears, not words. She believed Yi Mo would understand her. Don't cry. After things here are over, I will take you to pick up Luoying as well. We'll never separate again. Yi Mo's heart ached to see Ning Qingxue like this. Ning Qingxue had thousands of things to say, but she couldn't say anything. All those past hardships had turned to dust. It was her aspiration to be with Yi Mo forever, and now she was finally in his arms. The people below the stage all realized that this girl who charged up actually knew number 1 pill king, Luo Xiaoma. But they didn't expect the two to publicly embrace each other. If it wasn't that Yi Mo was the number 1 pill king, people would start hurling curses already. But even if people did that, Yi Mo and Ning Qingxue didn't care. The joy and excitement of reunion was even greater than the joy of getting first in the tournament. Qiu Shui from Green Pill sect finally realized why Yi Mo asked about the South Peace State 10 beauties. He and Ning Qingxue were this close. Xian Jida saw her master hug a woman who charged up the stage and also felt surprised. But when she saw how Ning Qingxue looked, she immediately praised her master's eyes. Even the prettiest girl in the Pill City wasn't as pretty as her. Although she didn't dare to express it, but she was scared in the depth of her heart that Jing Yingli would become her master's wife. Jing Yingli was good, but she felt her master should get a pretty wife. He has such an emotional side. I feel like I'm beginning to like him a bit, Jing Yingming suddenly said. Jing Yingli didn't seem to hear this and just sat there. Zhan Hein, who was very worried before, saw that her disciple was this close to Luo Xiaoma and immediately rejoiced. But the she remembered that Ning Qingxue said she had a husband. Was that husband Luo Xiaoma? Thinking about this, Zhan Hein broke out in a cold sweat. She not only forbid Ning Qingxue to mention her husband and also tried to force her to marry into Lightning Cloud sect. If Luo Xiaoma blamed her, even the ethereal immortal pond wouldn't be able to protect her. Suddenly, the elders and even the vice sect leader came to her. Elder Qi said happily, "Congratulations, Hein. Your disciple is actually this close to that Luo Xiaoma." Before Zhan Hein could reply, another disciple reported, "Master, 2 elders from Golden Sword sect and Heaven Star sect have come to visit." At this moment, Yu Qichao suddenly flew onto the stage and said to the hundreds of thousands of audience members, "The Pill King tournament has finished, and the rankings have come out. We will announce the top 10 in a moment." At this moment, Yu Qichao suddenly flew onto the stage and said to the hundreds of thousands of audience members, "The Pill King tournament has finished, and the rankings have come out. We will announce the top 10 in a moment." Yi Mo heard this and patted Ning Qingxue before pulling her hand and bringing her in front of Yu Qichao. He bowed and said, "City Lord Yu, this is my wife Ning Qingxue." Ning Qingxue knew Yu Qichao, of course, so she collected her feelings and bowed to Yu Qichao too. Yu Qichao smiled. What a perfect match. Then he asked Yi Mo, "Is your real name Yi Mo? You came from the North Far State and are the creator of the spirit-weaving pill." Yi Mo replied humbly, "Yes, due to issues, please forgive me." Yu Qichao waved his hand. "It's fine, I understand you. If you came to Pill City for me immediately, you would be able to see your wife earlier. But this way is good too. It let me know of the great prodigy of the Pill Dao world. Yi Mo, take your wife and have a seat on the side. Let me announce the rest of the things." Yi Mo nodded. He knew that this meant that Yu Qichao wanted to help him deal with his troubles. He was very grateful to this new city lord. As for coming to Pill City straight away, Yi Mo never even thought of it. He didn't even know about the Pill City in the South Peace State. Plus, he started running away as soon as he came to South Peace State. He didn't have the mood to ask about other things. If it wasn't for the 2 nascent Soul State cultivators from the Hanliang Empire, he wouldn't even know about the Truth Fall Palace, nor would he see Jing Yingli. If he didn't encounter Jing Yingli, he wouldn't know about the Pill City. Yi Mo took Ning Qingxue to the contestant area. Large amounts of Pill Kings and Pill Masters immediately came up to greet him. Yi Mo returned the greeting too. It was beneficial to know more people at this place. Plus, these Pill King and Pill Masters all had their own power factions. Qin Muxin finally realized that when Yi Mo rejected her, it wasn't an excuse, but he really had a wife. His wife was this pretty, clearly a level better than her. Qin Muxin soon cast these thoughts aside and came up to Yi Mo greeting. Muxin congratulates Martial Brother Yi on getting first in the tournament. "I really didn't expect Martial Brother Yi to be a heaven grade level 7 Pill King. Even the North Far State doesn't have a level 7 Pill King." Before Yi Mo could reply, she looked at Ning Qingxue and asked, "Martial Brother Yi, this martial sister is—" "Oh, this is my wife Ning Qingxue." Yi Mo introduced Qingxue. "This is martial sister Qin Muxin, who came over with me from the North Far State. She's a Pill King too, and is now the core disciple of the Heartless Valley." Ning Qingxue spoke with Qin Muxin while admiring her looks. Jiu Qian suddenly walked up to Yi Mo and said, "Your current power is indeed a little bit better than me, but this is your first and last time to beat me. Those who I surpass will never be able to beat me for the second time." Jiu Qian lost, but he could take defeat. He said this and left before Yi Mo could reply. Yi Mo smiled and didn't argue with him. If it was before he saw Ning Qingxue, he might say, "Will you die if you don't act cocky?" But now he felt that was pointless. Jiu Qian thought like this, but he did the same. This time, the difference between them was the smallest. As time went on, The gap would only get greater and greater. Eventually, Jiu Qian wouldn't even be able to see his shadow. No one knew the power of the three-birth chant more than Yemo. No matter how good Jiu Qian's heritage was, he would be no match for him. Yu Qichao walked up to the stage and said, "This Pill King tournament has concluded. This tournament not only showed us prodigies like Luo Xiaoma and Jiu Qian, but also showed the power of the South Peace State. Everyone knows that the number one of this tournament is level 7 Pill King Luo Xiaoma. That's right, he's a level 7 Pill King, a real level 7 Pill King. Now I need to reveal his true identity." Everyone fell quiet at this. Everyone knew that Luo Xiaoma was in Solo Cultivator, but what other identity did he have? What if he wasn't in Solo Cultivator? Many cultivators had prepared spirit herbs for this newly risen level 7 Pill King Luo Xiaoma to concoct pills. If Luo Xiaoma's origin was too great, for example, a secret core, disciple of a 9-star sect, what should they do? Many smart cultivators looked at Ning Qingxue and thought she was from the ethereal immortal pond. If they couldn't get in touch with EMO, then they could suck up to the ethereal immortal pond. Thinking about this, all these cultivators looked at ethereal immortal pond, but found that it was already filled with visitors from big sections. Heaven Star Sect, Golden Sword Sect, Fusion Joy Sect, and even 9-star sects Heaven Demon Sect and Magic Wind Valley. Yu Qichao nodded and said loudly, "Luo Xiaoma's original name is Yemo. He's a solo cultivator from the North Sand." That's right. Everyone already guessed that he's the creator of the spirit-weaving pill. He's the first Pill King to use Spirit Sense Pill spell and create a new system of pill concoction. Yu Qichao couldn't keep talking as the scene was filled with the exclamations and discussion of everyone. Such a young level 7 Pill King was already unheard of, and this Pill King recreated the Heaven Glory Pill in 3 days. Now he was also the creator of the Spirit Weaving Pill. How many cultivators would benefit from the Spirit Weaving Pill? Heaven Glory Pill was precious, but even without it, people could make it past Golden Core State. But Spirit Weaving Pill was different. Cultivators from Qi Gathering to Body Condensation State all needed it. Although level 4 spirit pills weren't much help to Body Condensation State, it was still better than nothing. Everywhere, there were countless cultivators each year who had injured soul or spirit sense. Most of them were low-level cultivators. But now with the Spirit Weaving Pill, they wouldn't have such worry. That's why this pill was a pill that benefited the entire cultivator population. No one wasn't grateful for the creator of the spirit-weaving pill, Yemo. It could be said that knowing Yemo was the creator of the spirit-weaving pill, his fame reached the peak. There was no more doubt anymore. No one doubted about Yemo recreating the Heaven Glory Pill. Some cultivators with injured soul and spirit sense were in tears. They finally saw the hope of cultivation again. No one laughed at them. Everyone knew that not being able to cultivate for a cultivator was equivalent to death. Yu Qichao suddenly said loudly, "As the City Lord of Pill City, I hope everyone can support Yemo, push the spirit-weaving pill across the entire South Peace State, across the entire Luoyu continent. Let the spirit-weaving pill benefit all the cultivators in Luoyu, those who want to target Yemo and harm him. I just want to say that this will be trying to fight with the Pill City, fight with all the cultivators in the cultivation realm. Support Yemo, support Pill City, support New City Lord. Those who dare to harm Pill Kingy are trying to harm us. Who is it? Who dares to harm Pill Kingy? I will be the first to disagree." A chaotic chi swept over the scene when the countless cultivators heard that there would be people trying to harm Yemo. If anyone dared to stand out, he would be ripped apart by Qi. One could see how much cultivators on Luoyu continent feared soul and spirit sense injury. The elders of Infinity Sect and Lightning Cloud Sect's faces were extremely bleak. No one said a thing. Ning Qingxue clasped Yi Mo's hands tightly. She was a little scared, not expecting that Yi Mo would have such popularity. Ning Qingxue clasped Yi Mo's hands tightly. She was a little scared, not expecting that Yi Mo would have such popularity. Yi Mo knew that the spirit-weaving pill succeeded beyond thought. But even he didn't expect that when he stood here it would cause such a scene. There was no way he wasn't excited. If he knew that the spirit-weaving pill would cause such commotion, would he not need to come to the Pill King tournament? But Yi Mo immediately shook his head. It would rally the support of the majority of cultivators, but not really those high-level cultivators. Only his level 7 Pill King identity would gather a group of high-level cultivators. If he wanted to stand straight in the South P State, spirit-weaving pill was just a foundation. The level 7 Pill King identity was the guarantee. Yi Mo, you can say a few words. Yu Qichao nodded to Yi Mo. Yi Mo knew that the city lord was trying to bring popularity to him. He stood up and said loudly, "Thank you, friends, for your love. I will push out the spirit-weaving pill as fast as I can. Those friends who want to buy the spirit-weaving pill can stay in the Pill City or go to my city, MOU City, a year later." MOU City was the dual river city of the Han Liang Empire originally. Now it's my city, it's called MOU City now. Thank you, everyone. Yi Mo used this opportunity to promote his MOU City. As for setting up supply at Pill City, it was as a gesture of gratitude. The spirit-weaving pill concoction method was special, but it was nothing compared to the support of Yu Qichao. He planned to give the method of spirit-weaving pill concoction to Yu Qichao. He couldn't start pulling people over to his city as soon as Yu Qichao helped him. So he's Yi Mo, he's indeed extremely talented. No wonder he's the soar into existence person. Shan Bingfeng of Clear Dream Mosque heard this and finally realized why her disciple Ling Xiaoshuang went to MOU City. Yi Mo was famous now and he had the ability to protect himself. The white jade tablet of the South P State, Golden Core State, trial tablet would show his name. Yu Qichao nodded. He was very happy with Yi Mo's words. Although he didn't fear that Pill City would lose popularity after MOU City was built, he was very happy with Yi Mo's attitude. After Yi Mo got off, Yu Qichao said, "Now I'll invite Guantian Pill King to announce the top 10 Pill Kings of the tournament." 3 days later, the cultivators in Pill City can ask the top 50 Pill Kings or Pill Masters to concoct pills for free. The duration is 3 days. You need to supply spirit herbs yourself. Even though people already guessed who the top 10 were, people still anticipated them. Pill King Tournament number 1, Yi Mo. At the same time, he also got level 7 Pill King badge. He will become the honorary Vice City Lord of the Pill City, and will have the authority of Pill City City Lord. Second Jiu Qian, awarded level 6 Pill King badge, Pill City Honorary Elder. He will have the authority of Pill City Elder. Third, Suban Chang. While Shen Guanqing was reading this, the level 2 Pill King Jin Chichi, who said at the Pill Rest Tower that the spirit-weaving pill was impossible, didn't even dare to look at Gu Wenqian. He was slapped in the face, but didn't dare to say anything. Those Pill Masters and Pill Kings who supported him before didn't dare to say a thing either. Ji Yaoting remembered that he said he would worship someone as his master if that person could concoct the spirit-weaving pill, but he didn't dare to stand out now either. It wasn't that it was embarrassing, but it was a different story if a level 7 Pill King would even take him in. He wanted someone to bring this up, but no one remembered it. Yi Mo rejoiced, though, however. He didn't expect to be rewarded as the honorary Vice City, Lord of the City. He had real authority. This was more useful than 100 level 7 Pill King badges. He knew that if he nodded, he would immediately become the real Vice City Lord. But to him, an honorary Vice City Lord was enough. He needed fame, and now he was famous enough. He didn't need to stay here and become a Vice City Lord. He had his own MOU City. Many people immediately came up to congratulate Yi Mo. Yi Mo had become one of the most famous people in South P State now, despite of his low cultivation level. This Pill King tournament has concluded. Those friends who want to ask Pill Kings to concoct pills can apply at the Pill Association 3 days later. Shen Guanqing said this, and the Pill City Square responded with a wave of applause and joy. Ji Ling got up and was about to find Yamo, but Yu Qichao stopped him. Brother Ji, no need to rush. He's having a reunion with his wife. 3 days later, Yamo will go to the Pill Association. Haha, I understand. Ji Ling laughed. Yamo didn't take Ning Qingxue to leave. He greeted the Pill Kings and then came up to the judge panel and thanked Yu Qichao and Shen Guanqing as well as the judges. He took out his jade card and said to Ji Ling, "Thank you, Qian Bei, for taking of MOU at Pei Hai. I will remember it to heart." Ji Ling laughed. No rush. Have your reunion with your wife first. I will wait for you at the Pill Association 3 days later. Lu Wuhu got up and smiled to Yamo. Remember, you owe me one. Yamo wanted to ask why Lu Wuhu did this, but Lu Wuhu dashed and disappeared. Gao, he, and Jiang Yi all came to talk to Yamo. They were judges, but now Yamo was a level 7 Pill King and had surpassed them. Zhao Shantian just wanted to talk to Yamo when he received a message. He looked at it, and his face changed immediately. He quickly said goodbye and left. Yamo knew now wasn't the time to get revenge, so he didn't stop them. Yu Qichao smiled to Yamo. Take care of yourself. Remember to come to Pill Association 3 days later. I will go greet my sect, and then I'll leave with you. Ning Qingxue finally calmed down now. Although her master tried to push her to the Lightning Cloud sect, it was still her sect. When she first came to Ethereal Immortal Pond, without the protection of the Ethereal Immortal Pond, there would be nothing of her left. Yamo nodded and took Ning Qingxue by the hand as they headed quickly towards the Ethereal Immortal Pond. The Ethereal Immortal Pond was filled with the high-level cultivators of the big sections. Clearly, they knew that Yamo and Ning Qingxue would come here. As soon as Yamo came, there were all sorts of invitations and greetings. Ning Qingxue's master looked awkwardly at all the people greeting Yamo and didn't know how to go up and talk. But Ning Qingxue came over and bowed. Master, I've found my husband. I will leave with him. I can't go back to the sect. Thank you, Master, and the sect for your help and care. Yes, naturally. Zhan Hain didn't know how to reply to Ning Qingxue. Elder Qi on the side grabbed Ning Qingxue's hand and said, Great, Qingxue, it's great that you were able to find your husband. Of course you need to go with him. No matter where you are, Ethereal Immortal Pond will always be your home. You can come back at any time. Then she looked at Yamo and asked Ning Qingxue, This is your husband, Pill King Yamo, right? He's indeed a dragon amongst men. Ning Qingxue knew that the elder said all this because of Yamo's status, but she was still grateful. Thank you, Elder Qi. I will remember that. Yamo could tell that they treated Ning Qingxue decently before, but they were all this polite, mostly due to him. But even so, he was grateful that they offered Ning Qingxue protection before he found her. Qingxue, I will take you to see someone. The reason I came here was due to her help. If it wasn't for her, we might not be able to see each other yet. Yamo was planning to take Ning Qingxue to see Jingingli. He was very grateful to her. My sister left. She said she will find you 3 days later at the Pill Association. Jingmeng said uncomfortably while watching Yamo and Ning Qingxue. My sister left. She said she will find you 3 days later at the Pill Association. Jingmeng said uncomfortably while watching Yamo and Ning Qingxue. Yamo felt a little sad. He wanted to tell her to go back with him. She clearly knew that he came for her, but left. Clearly, she wouldn't live back at that small yard of Xanjida. Yamo wanted to call out to Gu Wenqian and Xanjida, but found they were already surrounded by cultivators. Gu Wenqian was full of bliss. He felt his decision was very wise. If he didn't serve Yi Mo as master before, there was no way he would be able to serve Yi Mo as master now. There were too many people who wanted to be Yi Mo's disciple, but only he succeeded. Xing, who stood next to Gu Wenqian, had a red face. Since when did those high-up pill master and pill kings, as well as high-level cultivators, care about a foundation establishment state cultivator like her? Now, because her master was a level 7 pill king, they all came. Yi Mo didn't call the two, and took Ning Qingxue back to the yard by himself. When they came to the bedroom, Yi Mo embraced Ning Qingxue and said apologetically, "Sorry, Qingxue, I offended the Lightning Cloud sect and Infinity sect, so I didn't dare to contact you. I was afraid." "I know." Ning Qingxue blocked Yi Mo's mouth with her lips. She already knew that Yi Mo didn't come for her and Sister Luoying because he had his reasons. She could feel Yi Mo's worry and longing for her. Yi Mo stopped his explanation and carried Ning Qingxue up without hesitation. The temperature in the room started to escalate, and Ning Qingxue was already lost in Yi Mo's arms. After this long-awaited reunion, her emotions were all over the place. She forgot about everything as her body shivered and moaned in Yi Mo's arms. Ning Qingxue's soft and aromatic body made Yi Mo unable to control himself. Soft emotions like water, reunion like a dream. The outside world had calmed down now, and there was no more conversation between the two, but this tranquility said more than all the words could say. Ning Qingxue had never slept so comfortably like today. Before, all she did other than think about Yi Mo and her parents was cultivation. This morning, she woke up to find Yi Mo staring at her. She just realized that her dress had been ripped apart and felt a little embarrassed. After she came out with Yi Mo, Gu Wenqian and Xing were already waiting to greet their new mistress. Ning Qingxue quite liked Xing. These few days, Yi Mo started teaching Gu Wenqian spirit sense, pill spell, and basic whirlpool technique. Although the whirlpool pill concoction technique originated from the illusion cloud sword technique, Yi Mo felt it was impracticable to teach Gu Wenqian the sword technique. He separated the whirlpool pill concoction method from the illusion cloud sword technique and formed a unique pill concoction system. Then he taught that Gu Wenqian. As for Ning Qingxue's cultivation method, he had decided to change it after she reached nascent soul state to a new cultivation method birthed from the 3-birth chant, 3-birth Godwater chant. Ning Qingxue was pure water spirit root, but she started cultivation late and wasn't as good as other pure spirit root cultivators. However, that was no problem to Yi Mo. Yi Mo believed that her cultivation speed wouldn't be slower than Su Jingwen after cultivating this. Before seeing Yi Mo, Ning Qingxue worked hard on cultivation, but she felt something was missing. Now that she was with Yi Mo, she didn't have that feeling and her cultivation progress soared. Although Yi Mo didn't have Dihua Beast inner core, he had lots of blue in pills, and that was enough for Ning Qingxue's cultivation. The only pity was that he knew from Ning Qingxue that Luoying was in solitary cultivation. Even so, Yi Mo still decided to see the people from Black Ice Sect when he went to the Pill Association and asked them about Luoying. The second day after the Pill King tournament, Yi Mo was persuading Ning Qingxue to change the storage ring because she was still using the ordinary storage ring he made at Luoyu City. However, Gu Wenqian came in at this moment, saying that the sect leader of Lightning Forgery sect was here. Yi Mo dazed, he didn't arrange for a meeting. With his current status, ordinary sects wouldn't just come up and visit. Yi Mo didn't think much. He became famous to seek protection, not to show off. It was better for the current him to know some more people. When Gu Wenqian brought in 2 cultivators, Yi Mo immediately remembered the Lightning Forgery sect and why they came to visit him. They were probably scared that he would look for trouble with them. The Golden Core State Peak Stage cultivator at the back was clearly Huang Yushan. He knew him from the Herb Valley and made him pay the road toll with spirit herbs. Huang Yushan got 3 5-color lotus, and he took 2. Indeed, with his current status, he didn't even need to do anything himself to look for trouble with a 6-star sect. But Yemo never thought about looking for trouble for them. Even if he did, he would only look for trouble with Huang Yushan, not his sect. Plus, he already forgot about this long time ago. The sect leader was a red-faced cultivator who was Hollow Spirit State peak stage, and he immediately saluted with his fists when he saw Yemo Lightning Forgery Sect's Dong. Xianming greets, Pil Kingi. I brought my delinquent disciple Huang Yushan to ask for forgiveness. Yi Emo waved his hand, wanting to say he didn't care at all when Dong Xianming took out a 5-colored lotus and said, "We don't have anything good. I heard that Pil Kingi was collecting Lodi, so we've brought a 5-color lotus. Please don't reject us." "This is a 5-color lotus," Gu Wenqian exclaimed. It was just a level 5 spirit herb, but as a Pil King, of course Gu Wenqian knew its value. Yi Emo never intended to take anything from Dong Xianming, but after seeing the 5-color lotus, he stopped his words mid-sentence. Only Yi Emo knew the real value of the 5-color lotus. Yi Emo took it without hesitation. He then saluted with his fists to Dong Xianming. "Sect leader Dong, I do need this indeed, thank you. But accepting this has nothing to do with Brother Huang. I've already forgotten about the things at the herb plane. Don't worry, I will soon go back to MOU City. If the Lightning Forgery Sect needs my help, please come to MOU City. I will do what I can." Dong Xianming rejoiced. He was just coming to ask for forgiveness. Of course, he wanted to connect with Yi Mo. But without a special reason, a 6-star sect had no right to connect with a level 7 Pil King. But since Yi Mo said this, it meant that he approved of their sect connecting with MOU City. The Lightning Forgery Sect was a 6-star sect, but they had 2 body condensation state peak stage elders. However, they didn't have the Kuin filling pill to break through. If they got Kuin filling pill, the Lightning Forgery Sect might be able to ascend to a 7-star sect. Realizing this, Dong Xianming didn't dare to waste time. He quickly thanked Yi Mo and left with Huang Yushan. He was going back to his sect to prepare spirit herbs to ask Yi Mo to concoct Kuin filling pill. Luckily, after that, no one else came to visit Yi Mo. They probably all knew that Yi Mo was having a reunion with his wife and didn't want to disturb them. 3 days passed quickly, and Yi Mo brought Gu Wenqian to the Pill Association. They were all top 50, so they had to concoct pills for 3 days. Ning Qingxue and Xian Jida stayed in the yard to cultivate. Yi Mo, just when they got to the door of the Pill Association, they were stopped by an extremely pretty nun. Yi Mo was sure that he had never seen a nun this pretty. Not even Ling Xiaoshuang was as pretty as this. The nun spoke again. "I'm Shan Bingfeng. You might not know me, but you've probably heard of my disciple, Ling Xiaoshuang." Yi Mo didn't say anything. He didn't need to worry about anyone trying to harm him. "I want to chat with you alone." Shan Bingfeng smiled again. Yi Mo nodded to Gu Wenqian and said, "You go in first. I will have a chat with this Shan Qianbei." As soon as Gu Wenqian came to the Pill Association, a large group of people surrounded him. They were either sect leaders or at the very least body condensation state cultivators. There were no weak or low status people here, but Gu Wenqian knew that these people were here for his master. As soon as Gu Wenqian came to the Pill Association, a large group of people surrounded him. They were either sect leaders or at the very least body condensation state cultivators. There were no weak or low status people here, but Gu Wenqian knew that these people were here for his master. Gu Wenqian could only tell them that his master has some temporary business and would be here in a while. Usually, if some other people dared to say this, they would have already raged, but for this new level 7 Pill King, they didn't dare to say anything. They all expressed that they didn't mind waiting. In a room not far away in a Pill Rest Tower, Shan Bingfeng poured a cup of spirit tea for Yi Mo, making Yi Mo even more confused. In Yi Mo's perspective, she was at least disaster transformation state. But Yi Mo didn't think that she came to him for pill concoction. He felt that she wasn't the type to suck up to people even if they were a level 7 pill king. Plus, even if he wanted to help her, he wasn't able to concoct disaster transformation state peak stage pills. What shocked Yi Mo even more was that Shan Bingfeng deigned say anything after pouring the tea. She just smiled and looked at him from head to toe, then toe to head. Yi Mo was getting shivered. He suddenly thought of Qin Muxin's master. Did this Shan Bingfeng have the same idea and try to persuade Ling Xiaoshuang to be his wife? But the entire Pill City knew that Ning Qingxue was his wife. There was no way she didn't know. Yi Mo looked at Shan Bingfeng and suddenly thought if he had to choose, he might choose this Shan Bingfeng rather than her disciple. But then Yi Mo thought, what was he thinking? Shan Bingfeng was a disaster transformation state cultivator who knows how old she was. Plus, how could he choose another woman? Shan Bingfeng suddenly said, I called you here not to marry Xiaoshuang to you, nor do I want to marry you myself. Huh. Yi Mo had never felt so awkward before. His face even blushed. He wasn't vigilant of her and let her see through his heart. Thinking about this, Yi Mo collected his thoughts and didn't dare to think much. Shan Bingfeng smiled. It's not that I can read your mind, but that I saw you weren't focused and guessed what you thought through your expression. You don't need to worry. It's normal that you had such thoughts. Yi Mo regained his composure and said with a little embarrassment, I was thinking randomly. Please don't mind Qian Bei. Yi Mo wasn't sure if she really guessed his thoughts through expression, but he knew that she must have used some mind-reading ability. Since she already knew, he might as well admit it. But Yi Mo didn't mind. That only happened because he wasn't alert. Shan Bingfeng smiled. If you have a good impression of Xiaoshuang, I can help you with a few words. Yi Mo quickly waved his hand. No, I feel nothing towards her. That was true. He really didn't have any intentions for other women. Shan Bingfeng nodded, seeing that Yi Mo was being genuine. She asked, You've tried the Golden Core State trial tablet at South Peace City? Yi Mo heard this and breathed easy. Yes, I have, but my power was limited, and I wasn't able to leave my name behind. Yi Mo said this, and immediately knew his guess was right. The person who tried after him must have been Ling Xiaoshuang. Shan Bingfeng shook her head. No, it's not that your power wasn't strong enough, but your power amongst people of the same level is too absurd, causing the soar into existence, white jade tablet to appear. The white jade tablet won't show your name. But now that you can protect yourself, the tablet probably shows your name if I'm not wrong. Soar into existence. Yi Mo frowned. He did see a white jade tablet, but that tablet didn't have his name on it. Did his name really appear now? That's right. The annihilation divine damnation at South Peace State a year ago was also caused by you, right? With this, Yi Mo immediately reacted. The divine damnation, when he ascended to nascent soul state, wasn't 4-9 divine damnation, but 9-9 divine damnation. That was indeed an annihilation divine damnation. Shan Bingfeng looked at Yi Mo's expression and knew she guessed right. She sighed. I've heard of the annihilation divine damnation, but I've never heard of anyone who could survive it. You're the first cultivator I know to have survived the annihilation divine damnation. Yi Mo smiled. I happen to have a few good defense magic artifacts. I was lucky. Shan Bingfeng shook her head. Those who pass the annihilation divine damnation don't do so due to luck. With the appearance of the white jade tablet, it means you're the person to face the great disaster, the great change or disaster of the cultivation realm. Yi Mo was dazed. Did the heavens give him the great task of defending against the disaster of the Luo Yu continent? This was a bit too bullshit. He immediately said, Shan Qianbei, I need to face the great calamity of the cultivation realm. Shan Bingfeng's face sunk and immediately said, No, the calamity came because of you. If it wasn't for you, the Luo Yu cultivation realm wouldn't face such a big calamity, at least not now. The calamity was brought forward because of you. You did those bad things. It's not a stretch to say you deserve to die." Hearing this, Yi Mo immediately became uncomfortable, and his tone also went cold. "All I've ever done is fight for my cultivation. I've never done anything morally wrong. Even if there is a calamity of the cultivation realm, what does that have to do with me? I don't dare to take that accusation." Shan Qianbei. Shan Bingfeng just said, "You will know once you go. I can't say the specifics, it's just a premonition." Shan Bingfeng just said, "You will know once you go. I can't say the specifics, it's just a premonition." Yi Mo quickly asked, "Shan Qianbei, I have one thing to ask." Shan Bingfeng nodded and didn't speak. Yi Mo quickly said, "I actually came from a place outside Luoyu. That place is called Earth. When I first came, I came through a teleportation formation. I'm thinking that since this teleportation formation can teleport to Luoyu, it must be laid by some powerful being of Luoyu continent. I want to ask if there's a way to go back to Earth." Yi Mo didn't really care if he went back or not, but after seeing Qing Xue, he could tell she missed home. So did Su Jingwen. If possible, Yi Mo wanted to take them back to visit. "You're not from Luoyu continent." Shan Bingfeng looked at Yi Mo in surprise. Yi Mo nodded. "Yes, but Wan Bei came after that teleportation formation activated. Many people from where I came also came over too." "There's such a teleportation formation." Shan Bingfeng frowned. Yi Mo agreed. "Yes, this teleportation formation is divided into two parts. One is from my home to a small world. The teleportation formation is a 7-star formation. One from the small world to Luoyu continent. That formation is 9-star and a random location teleportation formation." After thinking for a long while, Shan Bingfeng said, "I've never seen a 7-star teleportation formation, but I've seen a 9-star formation. But it's not a teleportation formation. 10,000 years ago, there was also an absurdly talented prodigy. His name was Chu Jiyu." When Shan Bingfeng said this name, Yi Mo immediately asked, "Qianbei, are you talking about the forever number 1 on the nascent soul state trial tablet?" Shan Bingfeng nodded. "That's right, it's him. It could be said that up until now, no cultivator who had ascended to an immortal could reach his level. He offended an extremely powerful and respected truth realization state, peak stage, cultivator at the time. That master invited more than 100 masters to attack him. Those 100 masters were all truth realization state cultivators. Even so, that didn't stop him. After he broke through the surrounding, he didn't run and instead fought back. In the end, all of the 100 truth realization state masters died. Ever since then, no one dared to mess with him." Yi Mo thought about this, and Kut helped feeling admiring and longing. He just killed a 9-star sex disciple, and he had to go hide everywhere. On the other hand, that guy slaughtered the 100 truth realization state cultivators who ganged up on him. Shan Bingfeng continued, "The reason I'm talking about this Chujiu is because he's not only a powerful master, but also the number 1 formation Grand Master of Luoyu continent. He was at the level of setting up immortal formations. It was said that he could set up an immortal formation all by himself. His best formation was the 9-star formation. He lived in a village called the 9-star village. The attack and defense formation of the 9-star village is called the 9-star defense and attack formation. After Chu Jiu was rejected by the immortal Tao and couldn't ascend, he just broke through the space barrier of Luoyu continent and stepped into the void. It's not known where he went, but the 9-star village remains. Even now, the defense formation is perfectly fine. Where's the 9-star village now?" Yi Mo immediately asked. He felt that the formation at the Small World and Duanhong ranges were related to Chu Jiu. If that was the case, Then after Chu Ji stepped into the void, he didn't get to the immortal realm, but Earth. Then he wanted to come back to Luoyu continent. He even set up the formation. But for some reason, he didn't come back. Shan Bingfeng shook her head. The 9-star village doesn't exist anymore. A few thousand years ago, it was changed to the fish jump through Dragon Gate village. After the village leader died, it was controlled by a worker in the village, whose surname is Nangong. Now, the 8-star sect Nangong village is the fish jump through Dragon Gate village from before, which is the 9-star village. It's where the South Peace State 10 Beauties Nangong Shaodai is at. Yi Mo asked. Shan Bingfeng smiled. You seem very into the South Peace State 10 Beauties. That's right, that's the village she's at. Yi Mo felt awkward. He was indeed very familiar with the South Peace State 10 Beauties. Shan Bingfeng took out a skin-made map and gave it to Yi Mo. This is a place I went in my early years. There's a spirit marrow pond there. You can go look for it after you reach Hollow Spirit State. If you can find it, then with your talent you can reach body condensation state in the shortest time. If possible, bring some out for Xiaoshuang. Yi Mo was shook. Spirit marrow pond map. Shan Bingfeng just gave it to him like that. Cultivators could digest the spirit qi of that faster without side effects. If he had a huge spirit marrow pond, Yi Mo was sure he would be able to reach Hollow Spirit State in less than half a year. Of course, he needed adequate amount of spirit marrow. Usually, spirit marrow pond came with spirit crystals. With such good things, why did Shan Bingfeng give it to him instead of her disciple? You want to ask why I didn't give it to Xiaoshuang, right? In fact, I really want to. Her talent is first grade, but it's far from yours. It would take her a long time before she reaches Hollow Spirit State, but I'm sure you will be able to reach Hollow Spirit State in 5 years. Other than that, Chu Jiu, you're the fastest progressing cultivator I know, Shan Bingfeng explained. Yi Mo knew what she meant. She wanted him to cultivate faster so he could help when the great disaster came. Realizing this, Yi Mo was touched by Shan Bingfeng's selflessness. He felt there were still a lot of cultivators with high morality in the cultivation realm, just like Old Man Kongyi, Shen Guanqing, Yu Qi Chao, Jiling, and the Shan Bingfeng. Yes, Wan Bei will do my best. Yi Mo took the map respectfully. Even if the disaster had nothing to do with him, he couldn't just watch from the side. Shan Bingfeng nodded. I won't waste your time. Go do what you need to do. Please take care of Xiaoshuang a little at MOU City. Yes, Wan Bei will be leaving. Yi Mo got up and left. When Yi Mo got to the Pill Association door, he thought of the fish jump through Dragon Gate thing again. He had an incomplete 8-trigram fish. He was missing the 2 shards of the fish tail. He wondered if that was related to the fish jump through Dragon Gate Village. If he knew this earlier, he would have spent more time to go to Japan and complete the piece. When Yi Mo came to the Pill Association, the cultivators waiting for him were already desperate and finally breathed easy when they saw Yi Mo come. Luckily, not many people had the right to ask him for pill concoction. It had to be a sect leader of at least body condensation state. With the help of the Heaven Flame, everyone who asked him for pill concoction left in satisfaction 2 days later. He even concocted a cauldron of heaven-grade, level 7 cauldron filling pills for the God Wind Valley. Although there were no special grade pills, he had 5 top grade and 1 middle grade pills. Yi Mo was very happy with this, and so was the God Wind Valley. 2 days passed quickly, and pretty much all the big sects have come to Yi Mo for pill concoction except for Infinity and Lightning Cloud sect. Yi Mo guessed that they probably knew what he did. However, the Black Ice sect didn't come. This made Yi Mo quite confused. He was waiting for them to come. The 3rd day before Yi Mo began pill concoction, there was a ruckus outside. He scanned his spirit sense out and saw a middle-aged man and woman, causing a scene outside with the guard. Yi Mo wasn't planning to go out, but when he saw they were body condensation state, he walked out. City Lord Yi. The 2 guards immediately bowed. What is it? Yi Mo asked in confusion. Usually those cultivators who came to him were very polite and even a little anxious, but these two were completely different. Hearing this, one guard quickly said, "City Lordy, these two didn't make an appointment, but they want to force their way here to find you, so I stopped them." Hearing this, one guard quickly said, "City Lordy, these two didn't make an appointment, but they want to force their way here to find you, so I stopped them." Even though Yi Mo did free pill concoctions, one had to make appointments to see him and had to have a certain status. Lin Yibin greets, "Pill King Yi, this is my wife Su Tong." The middle-aged man quickly saluted with his fists. Yi Mo studied the two. Lin Yibin looked average and was short, but Su Tong was an extremely pretty woman. She was on par with Qiu Shui. The two really didn't match, but they seemed to love each other. Yi Mo saluted with his fists. "Brother Lin, because these few days are free, there are many people who come to me for pill concoction. If you want to be part of it, you can make an appointment. Even if the appointments are full, I will make an exception and concoct pills for you once." Yi Mo just saw Qing Shui again and had a good resonance with happy couples. Lin Yibin heard this and immediately saluted with his fists. "Thank you for your kindness, Pill King Yi. But I came with my wife not for pill concoction, but for something else. If Pill King Yi is not willing, I will leave immediately and won't affect your business." Lin Yibin didn't say what it was, but he really did seem to be in trouble, so Yi Mo nodded. "In that case, come in with your wife and tell me." "Thank you, Pill King Yi." Lin Yibin saluted with his fists. The two guards saw that Yi Mo agreed, so they didn't say anything. They just continued to guard outside. The restrictions inside this room was powerful enough to stop disaster transformation state cultivators. Yi Mo let the two sit down and said, "Please tell me now what you need me for." "Pill King Yi, my wife, and I came to join you." Lin Weibin bowed to Yi Mo. It was quite something for a body condensation state to bow to a nascent soul state cultivator like this, even though Yi Mo was a level 7 pill king. Yi Mo was a level 7 pill king now, and there were too many people trying to join him. He wouldn't care about two body condensation states saying this. Plus, he had offended a lot of people. Who knew if they genuinely came to join him? Seeing that Yi Mo didn't talk, Lin Yibin suddenly reached out a hand and said, "I, Lin Yibin, swear to the heavens that if anything I said today is false, I will never be able to successfully pass divine damnation, and the divine damnation will disintegrate my soul." Hearing this, Yi Mo was moved. This was the most serious type of oath for cultivators. Then Su Tong said, "I, Su Tong, say the same as my husband. If my husband said anything false, my soul will also be disintegrated by divine damnation." Yi Mo continued, "Even if you want to join me, such an oath won't be necessary. Is there something else?" Lin Yibin nodded. "Yes, Pill King Yi, we have nowhere else to go." Lin Yibin said, "We're on the must-kill list for the Lightning Cloud sect. We've been hiding everywhere. This Pill King tournament, we wanted to come here and get some pills and keep hiding, but we've been found by the Lightning Cloud sect's people. But in the Pill City, they can't do anything. Now that the Pill King tournament is over, we can't stay here forever, so we came here seeking your protection." Yi Mo exclaimed to himself, this Lightning Cloud sect was so domineering. Two body condensation state cultivators were forced with nowhere to go. Yi Mo nodded. "There are so many Pill Kings in the Pill City, why choose me?" Lin Yibin immediately said, "Our power isn't really high in the Pill City, so other people might not take us seriously. Other Pill Kings won't offend a 9-star sect for us too. But Pill King Yi is not only a level 7 Pill King, but also the city, Lord of MOU City. You will need people to help you, so we chose you." Yi Mo sneered. "Other people are scared of offending 9-star sects. Although I'm level 7 Pill King, I'm only nascent soul state power. How come I dare to offend them? Su Tong suddenly spoke. Pill King Ye's name suddenly appeared in the white jade tablet of South P City, Golden Core State Trial Tablet. You're the first of Golden Core State Trial Tablet. It said that Pill King Yi left that night suddenly. Tian Alfing was killed in the Heartless Sea. That night the Lightning Cloud sect came to South P City for investigation. Many people already guessed that Tian Alfing's incident is related to Pill King Yi. Yi, Mo suddenly laughed. Great, in that case, come back with me to MOU City. We have a common enemy, so we're friends. My principle is that if you respect me 1 inch, I will respect you 1 meter. But there was something Yi Mo didn't say. If you harm me once, I will hurt you 10 times. But he didn't need to say it, as the two both understood. After the two left, Mo started thinking about his MOU City. He knew that they were genuinely here to join him, but the power difference between them was too great. With this, sometimes he couldn't ask them for help for secret things. Mo shook his head and sighed. He would arrange for the two to go to MOU City first. As for the Herb King's spirit range he was going to look for, it was best not to tell anyone. Then Jing Ingli brought Yi Pandai over. Mo quickly got up. He was very grateful to her. Without her, there wouldn't be the current him. Jing Ingli immediately waved her hand and said, I know you want to thank me, there's no need. You've already concocted pills for me. I might be asking you for help in the future. Today, I've brought Marshall's sister Pandai here. Yi Pandai felt a little awkward and bowed. Last time at the Truthful Palace, Forbidden Grounds. Thank you, Marshall Brother Yi, for saving my life. Please don't mind about my previous offenses to you. Mo let the two sit and said, Why mention those minor things? It was all just a misunderstanding. Don't sweat it, Marshall's sister, E. By the way, congratulations on your reunion with your wife. She's very pretty. Jingingly saw that Yi Pandai only said 1 sentence and fell quiet, so she continued. Mo thanked Jing Ingli again and felt that there was something on her mind. He was planning to invite her to go Great Zhou Mountain with him, but he stopped the thought. They spoke for a moment, and Jing Ingli left with Yi Pandai. Mo felt some loss. He felt that the tacit feeling between him and Jing Ingli was gone now. That night, Mo chatted with Jiling for an entire night, and then went to the city Lord Estate chatting with Yu Chi Chao and a few Pill Kings for a few days discussing Pill Dao. He then taught his method of concocting the spirit-weaving pill to Yu Chi Chao. Although he learned things from the 3-birth chant, his discussion with Yu Chi Chao and the Pill Kings proved beneficial. Seeing that Zhao Shantian didn't come, Mo intentionally asked. Shen Guanqing told him that Chang Shun left the Pill City. Without a doubt, Mo Yushin recognized him, and Chang Shun, Pill King, left with him. He really wondered why this Chang Shun, Pill King, favored Mo Yushin that much. Mo left the city Lord Estate with a Hua Sang pill. Even Mo wanted to find out the pill recipe, much less Yu Chi Chao. From his talk with Yu Chi Chao, he felt that Yu Chi Chao probably knew he had the Heaven Glory pill recipe, but he didn't mention it. Mo then went towards Lu Wuhu's place, but he still wasn't there. Helplessly, Mo took Lin Yibin and Su Tong back to his place. After settling them down, Mo was planning to go to Great Zhou Mountain. He didn't tell anyone about it other than Ning Qingxiue, not even Gu Wenqian. You're going again. Ning Qingxiue was very worried about Mo. She didn't want him to leave alone after knowing his predicament. But Mo knew that if he wanted to reach Hollow Spirit State, just cultivating hard wasn't enough. He had the 3-birth chant, but the amount of spirit chi he required was too great. You're tuning in to the Thunder Spear YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.